Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the 2020-2021 Outlaws Sim Series Bandit Grand National Playoff drivers. In the 13th seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,004 points, driver of the number 65 Toyota Supra from Horseheads, New York, Kyle Lingerfeld. In the 12th seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,004 points and 1 win at Talladega Superspeedway, driver of the number 48 Chevrolet Camaro, Garrett Velzy. In the 11th seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,005 points, driver of the number 89 Ford Mustang from Newnan, Georgia, Kevin Thompson. In the 10th seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,008 points, driver of the number 95 Chevrolet Camaro from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, Devin Smith. In the 9th seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,008 points and 2 wins at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve and Legacy, Michigan, driver of the number 88 Chevrolet Camaro from North Miami Beach, Florida, Joseph Causey. In the 8th seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,010 points and 1 win at the Auto Club Road Course, driver of the number 42 Chevrolet Camaro from Clinton Township, Michigan, Tyler Markle. In the 7th seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,010 points and 1 win at New Hampshire, driver of the number 75 Ford Mustang out of Cornwall, Vermont, Andrew Pratt. In the 6th seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,012 points and 3 wins at Road America, Daytona, and the Charlotte Roval, driver of the number 82 Toyota Supra, Adrian Schumacher. In the 5th seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,014 points and 1 win at Legacy Pocono, driver of the number 18 Toyota Supra from York, Pennsylvania, Joshua McClune. In the 4th seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,018 points with 1 win at the Auto Club Oval, driver of the number 71 Ford Mustang from Daytona Beach, Florida, Jeremiah Stutzman. In the 3rd seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,018 points and 2 wins at Legacy Phoenix and Legacy, Texas, driver of the number 81 Chevrolet Camaro from Truro, Nova Scotia, Canada, Max Service. In the 2nd seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,019 points and 3 wins at Milwaukee, Bristol, and USA International, driver of the number 7 Toyota Supra from Lansford, Pennsylvania, Malenko. And in the top seed of the Outlaws Sim Series Playoffs with 2,021 points and 4 wins, coming at Homestead, Nashville, Kansas, and Darlington, fan favorite and driver of the number 77 Chevrolet Camaro from Elmhurst, Illinois, Seth Berger. Over the course of the next 10 weeks, we will eliminate the bottom 3 drivers in points every 3 weeks until we are left with the final 4 championship competitors who will hash it out in a winner-take-all under the lights at Kansas Speedway. The 10-week journey to get to that point starts under the lights at the virtual Daytona International Speedway for the 2nd time this season, and it begins now. And yes, it does. It all starts now. Hello, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. And we welcome you to the live coverage of the opening round of the Outlaws Sim Series Bandit Grand Nationals playoffs with the high-speed 2.5-mile tri-oval in virtual Daytona Beach, Florida. The Daytona International Speedway is on the docket tonight to kick off this 10-race stretch to decide the inaugural Outlaws Sim Series Bandit Grand National iRacing champion. A track that needs no introduction. The world center of racing, they call it, has multiple layouts for a multitude of motorsports. And tonight, we're at the Big Bad Speedway with 31 degrees of banking in the long sweeping corners and 18 degrees of banking in a known trouble spot of the tri-oval. 90 laps of high-octane, high-speed, high-intensity action coming up next. With seasons on the line, you're gonna want to stick around. Good evening, everyone. I'm Emerson Arden, and I'm not alone this evening. Returning after last week's epic showcase of these 650 horsepowered 3,500-pound stock cars at Eldora Speedway in last week's All-Star event, featuring 16 drivers in the race for 75 laps of mud-slinging action. Luis Torres of the Podium Finish and the Motorsports Tribune joins us on the call this evening. Luis, how you doing this evening, and what are your thoughts if you're a playoff driver starting off tonight at Daytona?
Well, as you said, it's the Grand Mecca, the world center of speed, the world center of racing. Daytona International Speedway is a 2.5 mile, just huge facility. You're starting off the playoffs with a track that is synonymous with wildcard. Anything is super unpredictable. And if I was in one of those playoff contenders, I would have to be very wise and definitely use my head to not cause any drama early on, because you do not want to be out early, especially with a one and only one repair that you can do.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. And coming up to tonight, of course, we decide to shout out a different charity each week in the name of just helping out whoever we can, whatever we can with the platform we built up. And tonight's charity is the Ronald McDonald House of Charities, and their mission is to create, find, and support programs that directly improve the health and well-being of children. Guiding us in our mission is our core values. I'm speaking on behalf of them. They lead with compassion. They focus on the critical needs of children. They celebrate the diversity of their program and their people. They value their heritage, and they operate with accountability and transparency. The Ronald McDonald House of Charities is the catalyst to create a world where children have access to quality health care, and their families are able to better comfort and support them while actively participating in their care. And of course, you can donate to the Ronald McDonald House of Charities by going to any one of your local Ronald McDonald House of Charities websites. There's houses all over the nation, all over the world. Make sure you find the website for the ones that's specific to you. You can donate to wherever you wish. Also, we'll have a donation button on our Facebook page with the posts about today's race that'll have a donation button attached at the bottom of them. Coming into tonight, of course, the beautiful, beautiful camera work you see, that is provided by Whiplash Media, and it's Pit Stop TV's parent organization. They specialize in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing camera packs, and more. Whiplash Media is also working on its presence in real-life racing, including photography, social media management, and public relations. Make sure you go to www.whiplash-media.com for more. And let's go ahead and take a look at the chat this evening. Lovin' Crazy back in the house, supporting the Outlaws Sim Series, one of the old drivers who used to race with us on console. In the YouTube chat, you love to see it. Mark Berger in the house. Daytona Baby Burger Nation, go number 77. Brandon Richardson, he's so hyped for this. Easton Brown, that's an intro. Holy cow, man. Thank you so much, man. That was a blast to put together this morning. It really was pretty much an entire morning thing that I had to put that together with, but it was a blast to make. Brandon Richardson, Emerson on a whole nother level. You love it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Logan Detweiler, thank you for joining us tonight. Good luck, everybody. You love to hear it. You love to see it. Let's get down to the action. There is 20 minutes left in practice, and this is a playoff event like no other. You'll look at the ticker on the top of your screen. The names in red are the playoff drivers, but that's not it. There's drivers on the track now with orange numbers and orange wheel bases. Those are the drivers that are our playoff drivers. Oh, there's a big wreck on your screen.
Yeah, there was action while you were introducing Whiplash Media and all of that. There was somebody going way wide into the super stretch.
Yeah, that's there's probably going to be a lot of those during practice. You see drivers practicing their pit entry. They're a couple of the Swift Motorsports cars, Malenko and Max Service, and they make contact there. But there's going to be a lot of practice crashes, and we'll let them be. But hopefully everybody joined us this evening's having a good night. And let's get down to the pre-race interview, shall we? Let's see who we can grab on up here. Actually, first we had a requested interview from Seth Berger, who wanted to shout out one of the members of Burger Nation. Seth, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. How about you? Going along with that, I'd just like to give a shout out to my Aunt Lisa. Happy birthday. Hope you enjoyed tonight's race.
Yes, sir. Wishing them a happy birthday, and hopefully they're joining us tonight and going to enjoy a great show. Now, loving this paint scheme. This is obviously, I think, based off of Jimmy Johnson's patriotic car back from, the CLT days, 2011, 2012. That is a beauty. What's the thought process of running it here at Daytona tonight, and I guess the inspiration that made you kind of replicate that scheme?
I just started having a lot of fun making paint schemes a little bit ago, and I figured this being a night race at Daytona, typically in real life, not anymore, they would run the night race at Daytona for 4th of July, so I thought it'd be a little nice to run a patriotic one tonight with some members of the military branches I'd like to thank on the back bumper.
Rock on. If we can get somebody right behind you that we have an onboard camera with, we'll definitely get a look at that back bumper. You can kind of see it there in the camera, but we'll definitely get a better view when we can. So, tonight though, you're the top seed of playoffs. We're at Daytona. What's the game plan?
Oh, play it safe, man. I'm going to try to see if I can lead a lap early, and then I'm just going to play it safe. I thought staying up front was safe all the other super speedway races, but I literally got wrecked while I was leading. So there's nowhere safe here, so I want to drop to the back and hope that's the safest spot and hopefully make it to the front at the end.
Right on. Hey, Luis, do you have any questions for our top seed in the playoffs, Seth Berger?
Just simply the mindset going into this race. You have a lot of laps. What is it? Stay out of trouble and be in the back, or just go out there and be mindful and go for the front until the closing 20 laps?
Naturally I would like to do my best just to stay with the front pack, just because when green flag stops comes, there's always typically 2 separate groups, and we're coming up to a huge wreck here. But yeah, no, man, I mean, my game plan has been the same always, but I think I got to change it for tonight. I'd like to finish on a lead lap here, Anything goes crazy here. Obviously, I'm going to try to win, but wow. All right.
Made it through,
yeah.
all right.
Hopefully I could do that in the race. But yeah, I just like to not have to use my fast repair, I believe, that we have tonight for any green-white checkered scenario, because I think that's happened almost every super speedway race we've had. So plan is to just save the car until one of the last restarts. Then it's wreckers or checkers, honestly.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, fair enough. Top seed in the playoffs, Seth Berger out of Elmhurst, Illinois. 4 wins on the season, looking to make number 5 and tie the most wins on the season tonight. But the big bad speedway that is Daytona International Speedway, it's a tall task for anybody. Best luck to you tonight, Seth, and once again, happy birthday to your
All right,
aunt,
thank you.
Correct?
Yep, Aunt Lisa.
Right on. So that was our top seed in the playoffs, Seth Berger, and that's a great guy right there again. One of the newest drivers in the series to iRacing. I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 newer. He came in on the 3rd to last preseason race, and for him to be the top seed in the playoffs, coming in one of the latest, that is truly remarkable. So, tonight, I had something on my mind. I've lost it now. Oh, I was going to tell you, he mentioned the history of the plate tracks, and I figured I'd go over that with the audience, and so you know, Luis, our plate track history. Well, let's go through it. So, Talladega, I think it had a total of 5 cautions or something. We had 1 green-white checkered. Those cautions were pretty evenly spaced out. So, let's go to Daytona, which was race 9 on the season. We only had 1 caution in the first 115 laps. It was on lap 45, and it was 2 lapped vehicles, or vehicles that were about to be lapped, getting together. Once lap 115 hit, we proceeded to go into 5 overtime attempts. It was absolutely wild, and I feel like we can see either one of those races tonight.
It sure sounds like it. We're everything's great. Only one yellow, and then you got 5 overtimes. So yeah, attrition is going to be an absolute factor to where you want to stay afloat. If you're not in that battle, if you already use a faster but have significant damage, but you can still fight, then you're probably out of luck and just have to hope something else happens right in front of you to get valuable points and positions, especially for a playoff driver.
Right on. Well, let's see if we can find another driver. How about a driver making his first start? Making his first start in the Outlaw Sim Series. Driver of the number 9, Nathan Sylvia. Nathan, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
Doing all right. Watching you lead this pack right here, getting a nice little shove from your other Noah Gregson car in that 24, Jason Miz. But yeah, little birdie told me you might not be running at the front of the pack today.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna try to get pole, and then we're just chill, man. You know, we don't want to be caught up in no big one or nothing like that early on.
That's fair. I always know you, at least in the official races, and I know they're officials, they're different. Oh, as Jacob gives you a nice little push. No, there you go. There they go. You can blame that one on the 4 car later.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
But I've known you as always to be the one to barrel through the field and get to the front. What's different today? Is it, you know, it's a playoff race or just people you don't know, or?
Well, me and my buddies said that these guys don't really know how to hold the best line, so, and I don't know anyone, so, other than the boys, so I don't want to, you know, side draft and then kill the entire field. So, we're just chill, see what happens.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Tonight I'm joined with Luis. I'm sure you remember him, but Luis, you have any questions for Nate?
It has been about 5 years or so.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, is it just simply important these days to run in the back, especially in a sim racing world? I'd imagine a lot of people want to play wise, but there's obviously other people that want to run towards the front. Is that just an art form that is sort of lost, or you want to build on being at the back?
I mean, being in the back, it's pretty boring, not gonna lie. So, I mean, maybe like halfway through, we would go to the front, but I just want to see how they drive and not kill anyone, not make anyone mad in the first 10 laps. Maybe, you know, last 30, you know, maybe make some people rattled. But, I don't know, staying back, you know, save the car, I'm pretty sure that we get a reset. So, you know, you want to save that reset to like the last 20 laps, so then you don't kill yourself. So.
Yeah, that's definitely true. You don't want to have it's definitely an episode like what we saw moments ago in the actual race itself.
Yeah.
There's
There's no point.
Fair enough. You've been on the service a while. You've been through a lot of changes to these cars and their drafting physics. But with this most recent update on Tuesday, this recent build, is there much of a difference with these Xfinity cars that you feel, or a noticeable difference?
I don't think they changed anything in the patch, did they, for the B car? Because it feels the same. I don't know. I think the B car has the best draft that never. I guess it's top notch, to be honest, for plate tracks.
Oh, that's good to hear. I was just wondering if you noticed anything. I don't think they specifically said it in the patch notes. I guess they would. But I think Sheldon Swindell in the Facebook chat asked, how does everybody feel about the new draft package? And that's a good question. I figured I'd ask. But yeah.
Yeah, you just can't push in the corners, really, or like what Jacob did. He pushed to my right rear and it totally killed the car.
Yeah, we're going to be watching for that tonight. Anyway, making your first Outlaw Sim Series start, and hopefully it's not the last. I know you got a busy Wednesday schedule, so this is pretty spotty for you. But whenever you can come join us next, please do, and best luck to you tonight.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Right on. That was driver of the number 9, Mr. Nathan Sylvia, making his first Outlaw Sim Series start. And checking the chat, Sheldon Swindell says maybe it was just a thought. It was something with the air. Yeah, I don't know. I have not driven the B car. I haven't driven anything since the update actually came out. I've had 2 broadcasts since I've updated iRacing on Tuesday, and been preparing for both of them diligently. But let's ask another driver and see what they feel. I don't know. Let's see. I want to talk to last time. Oh my goodness, that pack. The driver we took that won this race most recently. We last went to Daytona, round number 9 on the season, and the last time we went to Daytona, this driver won without a front bumper. Adrian Schumacher, it's playoff time. How you feeling?
Scared.
Scared? This is fair. This is fair. So obviously, you know, you won Daytona last time out, but Daytona can really go. Oh, there's a car in the water. You're outside. My goodness. Daytona can go to anybody, but after experimenting and doing a whole 120, well, it was 135 laps with all the overtimes, and you're 3 wide. Wow, nice line you held. What's your game plan tonight, kind of knowing what these guys already kind of do on a plate track, especially Daytona?
Well, at chat before, I'm supposed to work with 2 other people in Swift Motorsport.
There you go.
So, I don't really know what the game plan truly is, but I think I'll catch on.
Right on. You came into this season, you know, a self-proclaimed road racer. And granted, your wins were 2 road courses and a plate track. But the results on the other ovals have been steadily rising. Now it's game time. Now it's go time. I know it's Daytona. It's a little different. But with this race and then the following 9, how do you feel now as opposed to maybe how you felt at the start of the season?
I mean, of course, like, big improvement from the beginning of the season. Like, I'd be running second to last at the beginning of the season. Now I feel like I'm kind of competitive, but I don't know if these guys have like some type of overdrive switch, maybe. But I feel pretty ready for the ovals.
Right on. And you do have Daytona Road Course coming up later on the playoff schedule as well, something I think you would look forward to. But
yeah, that's a must win.
Fair enough. Tonight I'm joined with Luis Torres. And Luis, do you have any questions for I think 6th seed in the playoffs, Adrian Schumacher?
Yeah, just the mindset. How much is the pressure huge? You mentioned that you're scared going into this race, knowing that you won already at Daytona. That essentially it's almost like the target's on your back.
Like, I mean, oh geez, my headphones are coming off and I'm trying to drive. I mean, I don't really feel like there's a target on my back. I feel like I'm definitely an underdog compared to some other people. But just scared might wreck people, and I don't know.
So it's all good. It's totally understandable. But yeah, it's a good point that I mentioned it to a couple of the guys, and even in this broadcast already, that you don't want to be in that guy or in this position where the wreck happens. You want to be avoiding it or just keep it clean.
Yeah, especially not wrecking the 77, because I know I'm like 20 minutes away, maybe, my house from Burger Nation.
That is crazy. I never even thought about that. Right, well, speaking of which, he's right in front of you. Gonna give him a little push here or what? Oh, there you go.
Well, so much for, about that push. That's a wreck on the front of turn 3.
Oh, you're in it.
And the pencil car got it. Finally, just lost it. He was hitting the wall earlier. 17 got some air too.
We'll leave you to it, Adrian. Again, hard at work. It's playoffs. We'll leave you to it. Best luck to you tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Right on. And that was Adrian Schumacher, 3-time winner this season. But again, his wins, Road America and the Charlotte Roval, which, I mean, those are great displays of skill. And the Daytona Road Course, or I'm sorry, Daytona Oval, he won back on round 9. He won that by 1/1000th over a second over Josh McClune, which Josh McClune had won the Clash a few weeks prior. So, a lot to look forward to in that regard. I want to get one more, maybe two more if we have time, interviews in. And I got to bring him on up. How about we talk to driver of the number 48, Garrett Velzy. And Garrett, you're in the playoffs now. It's a plate track. I know your one win this season was at a plate track Talladega. How are you feeling? And how are you feeling for these playoffs? We'll give it another go in a second here. Hey, Garrett, it's the Outlaws booth. You got a copy? All right, we'll try to get him in at a later point. But again, Garrett Velzy, another one of those drivers to look for. He got his way into the playoffs with a plate win. We very well can see him keeping himself in the playoffs with a plate win. I'll give it up to you, Luis, if you want. You want to look through. Pick a name you want to talk to tonight. He might be AFK as well. I believe he's picking up some food at the front door, which is totally fine.
Yep, I just got back here, got the food ready, so I'm all golden.
That's fine. Rock on. I was saying, I'll let you get settled in with your food and all. I was thinking, I'll let you pick somebody you want to interview if you want to look through the list of people. Kind of have your go at it.
Let's see, who do I want to bring? Let's bring on last week's commentator, co-commentator with us in this one.
I like that.
Let's bring in Jacob. Let's bring in Jacob in this one.
I like that. All right, and bringing you back to the position you're in a lot, Jacob, but welcome back to the booth. How you feeling tonight?
Good, man. It's Daytona. It's fun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I love Daytona.
I'll tell you what, this was a requested interview by my co-commentator tonight, Luis Torres, and so bringing the gang back together.
Someone actually cares about me.
I figured to bring you on, just looking at the roster and said, well, pick one. It's like, okay, let's start something simple with Jacob first.
Right on, man. You got a little bit of draft practice. We've seen you turn Nathan into turn 3. How are these cars? Have they changed because of the update, or are they still the same?
These cars are still the same. They're not like the 8 car. The 8 car is way different. These cars, though, perfect. Nothing changed. I love them. Daytona's always fun in the Xfinity cars, so it'll be a good race. Hopefully not a lot of cautions. Hopefully we can keep it green.
Right on. Oh, this is a tight pack right here. So is the game plan still for the rest of Team Squanch to work with Team Swift and Adrian and all the general chat pretty much?
Yep, general chat wants the powerhouse and we want to get a win, so we're going to work with Team Swift and Adrian, and hopefully we can get a win out of it.
Right on. Luis, you got any questions for the man?
I think I'm good for now. Oh, we got nearly almost at a moment right in front of you. Just tell us how nerve-wracking is it to drive in the sim at Daytona, coming from a guy that has no experience.
Oh, there they go!
Wreck avoidance, just that one.
Back her down.
You might have to ask that one again.
Yep.
As I was saying while you're trying to keep the car from not going on its lid, that how nerve-wracking is it just to drive in an iRacing format at Daytona? This is coming from a guy that doesn't have it or necessarily can use it right now due to the laptop I'm using. Although the laptop I'm using is one of the Coke series products.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking because you don't know the guys who are around you, and if they're swerving, then you're gonna have to let off, and it's a lot of nerves. But you just you're gonna have to calm those nerves down and try and get the best you can out of it.
Absolutely, and I can tell you that's you with the Cartman pitboard.
Yes, it is. My teammate Landon made that for me. It's my favorite South Park character, so I told him to put it on there.
Definitely be watching the park special after this event.
Oh yeah, I love South Park. South Park's my favorite TV show, so definitely gonna watch that.
Right on, man.
Right on. We'll leave you to it. 80 seconds left in practice, so probably not going to get back out there. But best luck to you tonight, and yeah, hopefully we're talking to you on the far side of things.
And 4.
Right on. With this much time left in practice, let's go ahead and check out the chat real quick and see what's going on. Trying to find somebody out on the track. Actually, there's not too many people out there. There's a little group. This is Marco and Sutton working together. We had a lot of the chat messages come on in. How about Pam Williams? Go get the W. I'm assuming you meant to say that, Pam. Dennis Montez says, good luck, Seth. Sheldon Swindell says, maybe it was just A cars. I thought it was something with the air. Sheldon Swindell said, the A car definitely changed. Lisa Berger says, what a great way to celebrate my birthday. Go Seth, number 77. Eduardo Cardenas says 77, baby. Love to see all the support in the chat. A lot of Burger Nation. That's why we try to highlight him a lot. We know there's a lot of you people in the chat rooting for that 77 and that Burger name, and we'll try to give him his spotlights when he's deserving of them. But once again, loving all the support, loving everybody out here in the chat. It's going to be one fun night, 90 laps of some hard, high-octane, high-intense action coming up in just a few moments. But first, as practice comes to a close, we have qualifying on the docket.
Got the fight for the pole at Daytona. In this day and age, it's the closest thing we'll get to see qualifying until things get better elsewhere in the real world. But always, Daytona qualifying is such a big deal because you get to see how quick they are, and whoever gets the pole gets, honestly, the advantage of seeing nothing but racetrack ahead.
So,
as long as you get a good start, of course.
Let's take a look at the driver who last started on pole the last time we went to Daytona. Andrew St. Coeur, the 43-year-old out of Nova Scotia, Canada, working his way out onto the track. Oops, I'm going to hide that real quick. But love to see St. Coeur making his way on out there. And, yeah, once again, he took on a new job, so he made the amount of starts to make the playoffs. He made 19 starts, and he was high in that playoff battle and then could not compete anymore. He made a brief return last week at North Wilkesboro and tonight at Daytona. But after this, I think he's not going to be able to continue running with us for another few weeks until he has another couple off weeks. But once again, our pole sitter and his only top 5 this season out of his 20... Well, today would be his 21st start, but out of his 20 starts was at Daytona. He finished 5th.
Certainly picked the perfect time to come back, considering he has a strong run at Daytona. The question is whether or not the race will bode well for him like last time, because sometimes it is so difficult to replicate what you did earlier.
Oh, it definitely is. And like again, these cars are different, and these cars, I mean, they're not different from Tuesday's update, but they're different from the previous build, which iRacing updates these, you know, the service about every 3 months, big time. And I believe these cars did change in that previous one. Making his first Outlaw Sim Series start is Cody Vreeland, a name that a lot of us might be familiar with, you know, for certain Luis and I. But making his first start in the Outlaw Sim Series tonight, had some computer trouble, but is finally able to get onto the service, and he's out here trying to see what he can do at Daytona.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a nice Bass Pro Shop colors. He's trying to make his debut. It's always good to let your mark known right out of the gate, especially during the playoffs when you have all those title contenders to steal a win from them. Meanwhile, we got Malico on the track. He's got 3 wins at Milwaukee, Bristol, and USA International. That beautiful number 7 Recess Chevrolet.
Yeah, just kind of looking around. Adrian Schumacher out there on the back straightaway. He's gone second quickest. We're trying to get our block scroll going. This might be a time for the tower, huh? Let's see. Well, we'll get the tower up for qualifying and throw these best times out there. So we can keep track of that. Adam Gardner goes 4th quickest. Let's see who else is coming to the line. There's that man, Burger Nation's number 77, Seth Berger. Why don't we ride on board with the top seed in the playoffs?
As you can see right here, he's very calm, very cool, very close as they come down to turn number 1. Hitting at 173 miles an hour.
I believe this is actually going to be his warm-up lap. So this lap will not be the lap, or well, this is his first timed lap, but he's setting himself up for the second lap. So we'll catch up with him in actually a few seconds. Let's see who else we have out on the track. The man Jacob Zala out there as well. Max Service is coming out onto the track now. Also out there, Adam Gardner wrapping up his lap time, and Theron Elam Jr.'s liveried at Mac Tonight number 20, getting up to speed up there. I'm entirely sure what he's doing that high up the banking. Gardner has gone 6th quickest. Malika right now at the top spot on the boards, and now we're right on board with Seth Berger.
All right, for real this time as he comes. There you see right here is going to push it right on 180 miles. So now we're going into the corner. Very calm, very composed. Taking the bottom line, which is probably more honestly a preferred lane. You want to get it very calm, very aligned. You don't want to get sideways here, because if you get sideways, you pretty much lost your qualifying time to be on the pole.
All right, working his way through turns 3 and 4. Look at him keep it planted on that butter. We used to call it butter back in the Technics days. But that double yellow line and to the line. Burger Nation rise up, because where's the 77 going to place on the charts? And it will be pole position.
Oh! How about that?
Just like we did at round 9, we rode on board of Andrew St. Coeur, and he got the pole. Today, we ride on board with Seth Berger, and he's on the provisional pole. It's not official yet, because he had the Team Swift Motorsports car, the 81 of Max Service, trying to get up there. And how about Team Swift right now? First, second, and the affiliate. Well, not an official affiliate, but Adrian Schumacher in that chat, getting some support. Some, I guess, emotional support, because these cars are all the same. But he's right there in 3rd. And then Team Squanch, 5th and 6th right there. Sylvia and Schaefer. Zala in 8th. Vreeland out of a Team Swift affiliate in 9th. Max Service right now puttering his way around the track. Tyler Markle coming around to start timed lap. And Jeremiah Stutzman coming off the pit lane.
Yeah, alliances is definitely key. I would not imagine there's a manufacturer alliance support. It's all about who you trust and what team you're involved with.
For sure. Max Service puts his number 81. Number 81, 5th on the charts. Jeremiah Stutzman taking to the track, and Tyler Markle on the track right now. Tyler Markle in that Call of Duty Black Ops 2 livery. That was a throwback paint scheme he ran at North Wilkesboro. Decided let's slap some playoff numbers on it and let's go racing. And that's what he did.
Definitely. It's hard to believe a Call of Duty paint scheme is considered a throwback these days. I'm just waiting for the day that somebody at, what is it now, Atlanta in the Cup Series in Xfinity to run a Call of Duty car. Of course, it's going to go through licensing, but right here you get to visualize what a Call of Duty throwback is. And Black Ops 2 is as throwback as it can get.
Yeah, 2012, November 2012, but 2012, that Call of Duty game came out, and what year are we in now? We're in 2021. That is a 9-year-old game. That is wild.
At that point, we were all worried about 1221. I was a senior in high school. There's so much stuff going on.
I was in 5th grade. I was in 5th grade. Oh, man. Good times. Here comes Tyler Markle.
Let's see where he'll rack up in the running order. 4th. How about that?
Right up there with the Team Swift cars. He's working with them. He is one of them, I should say. And he'll be in line. Actually, Team Swift is 2nd, 4th, and 6th. And the pole sitter, Seth Berger, is a Team Swift car. Jeremiah Stutzman out there as well. He is not affiliated in that group. He's on his own, but his one win at Auto Club Oval. And, I mean, he was up there. He got into a late race accident. I think it was John Neese. Towards the end, they were coming to the white flag. I believe it was the 4th overtime attempt, and Stutzman was clipped in the left rear. Oh, that's it. That's his qualifying attempt, I think. He's going to be going 8th quickest. But, yeah, he was clipped in the left rear, and that set off of one of the biggest wrecks. It was the biggest wreck of the night until the one where they just started the white flag, and I mean, nobody had lifted. It was everybody trying to get to the checkers.
Yeah, and once the white flag is out, all bets go off. Hopefully for Jeremiah, his hometown race goes a little bit better than what happened last time, especially in that Halloween bush car that he's driving.
Yeah, trying to see if we can get all these playoff drivers to run the orange numbers, but I get it. You know, orange car, orange number may not always work out so well, but most of the playoff drivers are running orange, but on our ticker, which is what we're going to try to run most of the time, all the drivers in red are playoff drivers, and now you'll get to see all of those names flash across the screen for the final 70 seconds. And while that's happening, I don't believe anybody else is taking to the track, so once again, we're going to shout out our charity this week, and it's the Ronald McDonald House of Charities. Their mission is to create, find, and support programs that directly improve the health and well-being of children. Guiding them in their mission is their core values to lead with compassion, focus on the critical needs of children, celebrate the diversity of their people and programs, value their heritage, and operate with accountability and transparency. Ronald McDonald House of Charities is a catalyst to create a world where children have access to quality health care and their families are able to better comfort and support them while actively participating in their care. If you wish to donate to the Ronald McDonald House of Charities, there is separate websites for each area that they have a charity in. Make sure you find the website that you want to donate to, the area you want to donate to. Plus, on our Facebook page, we'll have a donation button that'll go straight between you, Facebook, and the charity. Tonight's cameras are provided by Whiplash Media, and Whiplash Media is Pit Stop TV's new parent organization. Not even new anymore, it's over a year. But Whiplash Media specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing camera packs, and more. Whiplash Media is also working on its presence in real racing, offering services such as photography, social media management, and public relations. Go to www.whiplash-media.com for more. And now we have officially wrapped up qualifying. We don't have a logo, but we do have a Pratt Tile and Stone Pole Award winner, and that is Seth Berger, the driver we literally rode on board with in qualifying. But Seth Berger is on the pole, and I guess that is the commentator's curse in reverse, because last time we were at Daytona, we rode on board with a lap and it went pole. This time at Daytona, we rode on board with a lap and it went pole. But let's go through the rest of the starting lineup. 1 through 12, Seth Berger, top of the charts, and he is the Pratt Tile and Stone Pole Award winner. Malika will be starting to his outside in those Team Swift Motorsports cars. Row number 2, Adrian Schumacher, an affiliate, starting alongside Tyler Markle in 4th. Row number 3, we'll find Theron Elan Jr. for a very respectable qualifying run. And starting alongside of him, Max Service. Row 4, Nathan Sylvia making his first Outlaw Sim Series start, and Jeremiah Stutzman. Row number 5, it'll be Reese Schaefer and Adam Gardner. Row number 6, Jacob Zala and Cody Vreeland. And Louis, take us through our next page.
Starting in the 13th position, you have Anderson Court. You have Christian Converse at 14th, Greg Holt and Joseph Cosio in row number 8. Row number 9, you have Josh McClune along with Miss Andrew Pratt and Devin Smith in row number 10. Daniel Park has his work cut out for. He is going to start in 21st. Kyle Lingerfeld, who had an amazing performance at Eldora last week, until drama escalated, we're seeing change. Landon Cardulo in 23rd, my fellow TPF colleague, and then Eric Peck in the 24th position.
In the final page of cars, we have 28 drivers in the field tonight. The final 4, Kevin Thompson, Matthew Setzer, last week's All-Star Race winner, $80 richer after his crazy swooping in performance at the All-Star Race. If you did not check that out, you're going to want to go check that out after tonight's broadcast. It was a show for the ages. We had a Norm Benning interview. Luis joined me on the call last week, and it was a fantastic race. There was slider after slider and action all over the place. We couldn't even keep up with all the action because the battle for the lead was so intense, but there was insane action going on at the back. But again, if you did not check out the All-Star Race last week, we had Eric Peck win the heat, Doug Solms win the last chance qualifier. You need to check it out for yourself. And row number 14, Garrett Velzy into the playoffs tonight. He's last one at Talladega Super Speedway, the 3rd race of the season. and Doug Solms will be rounding out the 28 car grid. Coming into tonight, let's take a look at the race info. 90 laps on the docket for tonight's race. 5 sets of tires, 75% fuel load, so these drivers are going to be going about 32 laps maybe. Unlimited overtime attempts. That was evident at the last Daytona race with 5 and 1 fast repair. This track, 2.5 miles in length. It is Daytona Beach, Florida, baby. 37 feet above sea level. That is not high at all. We are right on the beach. 77 degrees the track temp, 76 degrees the air temp, 56% humidity. It's cloudy with 14 mile per hour winds. And now the drivers, they roar at 80 miles per hour actually on iRacing, but 70 miles per hour to real pace speed. They come off of turn number 4. It's Seth Berger and Malenko. The iRacing.com safety car is in the safety of pit lane, and we're racing from Daytona.
Good start so far as the field comes down into turn number 1. Malenko, you see he's trying to get some help on the outside group, but Burger back seems to be very strong out. So far so good for Burger Nation being the man up front.
Yeah, those teams with motorsports cars are working good in the outside lane, but Seth Berger kind of doing his own thing, and Nathan and Zala, they're going to be dropping to the inside there. They're going to be dropping to the back of the field. I think are they trying to get Schumacher clear of Malenko, or are they trying to get Malenko up there? I don't know what the deal is, or they're just going to block both lanes. That easily is another thing they can do. It's a 90-lap race, play it safe, and I mean, a lot of cars behind. I mean, there's only 8 cars in this pack now.
Yeah, they're certainly not wasting their time. They're trying to figure out which lane will work, which partner they want to stick with, because there's a lot of laps going on.
Something happened with Cody Vreeland. Oh, he just came down to pit lane. Or he started from pit lane.
Interesting, yeah. If that's the case, then he's got wait, there's something more. Oh, smoke coming out.
That was him stopping. Something was wrong with the car. Maybe that was the starting park. I don't quite know what that was, but back up front.
Yeah, that would be something to keep an eye on or figure out before this program ends. What happened with Vreeland, because he didn't even get his moment to shine here at Daytona.
Make it a 27 car grid to start things off. How about Theron Elam Jr.? I don't mean this to be mean or anything. He has one of the lowest I ratings in the field, and you would never be able to tell with the way he drives. He is doing a phenomenal job, and here he is right now in that number 20 Toyota Supra.
Must be that Mac tonight magic that so far he's doing quite well. We'll see how he does as the race goes on.
Here he is on the back straightaway trying to work his way up to the 9 of Nathan Sylvia, the 56, the boss man Adam Gardner in that Scooby-Doo paint scheme. And up front, a change for the lead. It is Malenko going to the point. Can he clear teammate Seth Berger, or are they just going to try to trade off the lead here?
It is very difficult to get an advantage, especially on the outside lane, to clear by, because if you go on the outside, or right now what you see, it may be okay, but when there's fewer cars, going on the outside to the inside will probably be better than sticking to that lane.
So we're double wide up front and double wide throughout the back of the pack as well, but it's a very calm double wide, if I may add. Let's look back here, and this is where it's double wide. Christian Converse on the inside, that number 90, and Andrew Pratt on the outside, that number 75. One of the playoff drivers, Andrew Pratt, is working with Joshua McClune, but look at how much space they're giving. This is lap 4 of 90. You can tell it's lap 4, just nobody's really being aggressive. Very calm back here in the heart of the pack.
I've always had this theory that by the 4th lap something is going to happen. That's just by Forza habit, considering lap 4 is when the big one happened in 2003 at Talladega with Ryan Newman. But everybody made it out okay, so everything appears to be safe. But yeah, there's no reason to go fancy smashing, be daring and aggressive. You got not 85 laps to go. You got all the time in the world, but you want to be in position out front for the round 10 to go.
Yeah, we're on 10 to go. Riding on board with Kevin Thompson. And again, yeah, all these guys, they have one fast repair, but they're all relaxing, and we expected this. Again, when I talked about the plate races earlier this season, Kevin Thompson, you heard him get out the throttle there. He's just kind of sticking on this outside lane, doing his own thing up here. But Kevin Thompson pointed his way into the playoffs in North Wilkesboro. The plate races, we talked about them. The tales of two different, the tale of two different races, if you will. Talladega, we had cautions at about we still had like a whole green flag run, but about 30 laps, we had a yellow. And they were, two or three big crashes, and we had an overtime attempt. Daytona was clean. One caution at lap 45 out of the 120 lap race. And then at lap 115, the ante was upped, and we had 5 overtime attempts. So I feel like we're leaning towards the Daytona race that we ran on race 9, if anything, because if we have 27 cars still lying around when it comes to 10 laps to go, I can't expect us to go caution-free. All right, and it appears my co-commentator has had computer issues, so he'll be back when he can get that sorted out. We'll see how this race continues to fare. So once again, it is the Team Swift Motorsports cars leading. It is actually Schumacher in the second, not an official Team Swift Motorsport car, but he's up there as well. All right, just trying to give Luis the broadcaster's role so he can join me back up here when he gets back onto his PC. Taking a look at the chat, it was just 8 cars that Brandon Richardson is replying to Sheldon Swindell. Let's take a look. Goku Guy 92 says, my guy number 77, Burger Nation. Pam Williams says, nice job, Seth. And Sean Thompson says, come on, Jaja boy, Kevin Thompson. Good luck, son. Lisa Pratt said, so proud of Andrew Pratt. Let's go, buddy. And love to see all the support in the house. And another chat message, Chris Newhall. Crestwood is in the crowd. Go, Seth number 77. And Seth is doing his thing at the front of the field. See, riding on board with Seth, you can see Schumacher right behind him. Malenko to his outside, Markle behind Malenko. Again, all of Seth's teammates, 3 of them lined up there on the outside, but they're also working with Schumacher tonight. And look at that field behind. You can see there the front bumper of the Toyota Supra that Adrian Schumacher is running there. So, working lap 9 of 90, we're already a third of the way through the pit cycle. And I say that it's a 30-lap pit cycle rather than a 40, because again, 75% fuel loads. These guys can only go about 30 laps on fuel. Georgia. I got it, Sean Thompson. I was taught this actually in 2015 when I had completely misread it. I read it as like Jogga or something like that. I got it, Sean. I do get it. Miguelito in the house saying Seth Berger, love Seth Berger, go Seth. Love to see the support here. But yep, Malenko Markle still working on that outside lane. I can't see how hard they're gonna push to get around Seth, but just know if Malenko, Markle, and Service, if they get clear on that outside lane, they're probably gonna drop down in front of Seth Berger, and Seth will probably ride in 4th. But if those 3 cannot get clear, then they'll probably just ride double wide. Falling back there is the number 5 of Matthew Setzer, dropping out of line. Again, Matthew Setzer, the winner of the All-Star race, and he is trying to get up to speed once again. He's got Kevin Thompson and Kyle Lingerfeld behind him. So as we work things out towards the back, this is where we kind of get to the little bit of a stage where we're riding, and looks like actually Max Service has fallen back and fallen in line, but Tyler Markle still giving great pushes to Malenko. Malenko running that Reese's car, and there you can see, let's actually go on board with Schumacher so you can see what we were talking about with Seth Berger's back end. You see he's thanking Eduardo Cardenas and the rest of the military members. He's hanging on the back bumper of his car. So there you go. If you're still hanging in here. just know that that's Seth giving you a shout out. We're right on board with the 82 Adrian Schumacher, looking at the back bumper of race leader Seth Berger. And now that inside lane's really starting to form up here. Malico and Marco, they're going to be in trouble here. They're going to start falling back. They're going to have to really get some help or get some speed going here because they cannot hang up here by themselves for too long. Look, you see that line? They're starting to get trained up to that inside. Let's take a look at what's going on back here, and let's see what one of our playoff drivers is doing. This is Joseph Causey towards the back of the field. Really see that windshield dirtied up. He's just hanging at the back, waiting for the action to pick up and doing his thing. All the way back here in the 24th position. But looks like Jeremiah Stutzman's trying to get up to that outside lane to help Marco and Malenko potentially. He's given it all he's got up there in that 71. And there's Jeremiah Stutzman, one of the playoff drivers, doing what he can. And how about making his return tonight? Driver of the number 1, Mr. Dan Park, in the house. And Dan will get clear of Stutzman. I wonder if everybody's going to fall in line here. Looks like Stutzman will. And now Farron Elam joins everybody on the high side. And Park, a little loose there off of turn number 4. Trying to hold on to that thing. And already halfway through this first pit cycle, we are clicking off laps. Still up front is Seth Berger and the Swift Motorsports cars. Up on the outside, Malenko and Tyler Markle. Adrian Schumacher part of that alliance with Reese Schaefer also kind of hanging in that alliance there. Then it's Adam Gardner in the middle of that. Then it's Max Service and Nathan and Jacob and Landon. They're all in that inside lane. And Dan Park back there as well. A huge alliance up towards the front. And I think everybody in the other chats, they're going to have to really get together here if they're going to want to outdo General Chat. And that's what they call themselves, and it's 2 pairs of teams and some independent drivers in that chat, but a lot of beef in this pack. And Adam Gardner kind of in the middle of it. I wonder if he's slightly becoming an affiliate of this group as well. Theron Elam Jr. also up here. Not that I know him to be in that chat. I believe he's actually teammates with... let me get this right before I say something wrong. He is teammates with... oh goodness. I thought he's in here. He's not in this Discord, but I know he's teammates with a couple people. I believe it's Kevin Thompson he's teammates with, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong if you do know. And Richardson? I believe Richardson is teammates with him. Anyway, he's kind of lonely up here. Schaefer's actually gotten Malenko to the lead, and now Markle to the lead, and now Schaefer's going to try to get Elam up there. They're working with Elam potentially. If Schaefer sticks with him, I guess they are. But Tyler Markle to the point. It was Malenko for a split second, then Markle up here, and now Elam going to run. Schaefer really going way up high. What is Elam going to do? Elam, is he going to drop down in front? Looks like they're going to accept the 20 into this field. So, how about Theron Elam Jr. to the lead here at Daytona? Theron Elam Jr. out of Gardendale, Alabama. His one top 10 coming 6th at Auto Club Oval. And now the pack has really gotten double wide. 2 rows deep. Looks like Malico is not content to ride. They're starting to get the group going up there. Marco trying to keep it down on that low side. Riding on board with Seth Berger. Did Malco did get out in front. Wow. So Malco to the point with Reese Schaefer now. How about Reese giving it all he's got? Pushing the 7 of Malco there. A little bit of right front damage with Reese. Maybe he just got in a little too hard with somebody. Reese trying to get some air to the front of that 17. Hopefully not gonna hook Malco though. That is tight. Gotta be careful with those pushes. So Malco out in front now. Schaefer jumps out. He's not content. Unless they're just trying to filter out Eland. I think that could potentially be the deal. No. Schaefer's staying up there. Trying to clear, and Elam gets in. So I don't know why they continue to jumble the field up here unless they're just trying to get everybody some lap sled going. That's very fair, but Reese Schaefer out in front. I think, yeah, they're getting laps led to people. That has to be it, I guess. Jeremiah Stutzman up on that outside lane. Let's see how Jeremiah is doing. Doesn't really have a lot of help coming to him. His help is way back there. There's Lingerfelt and Setzer, a couple of the boys I put on the show last week at Eldora. Along Andrew Pratt was one of them. Let's see how Andrew Pratt's doing. He's back here as well with Devin Smith. The 34-year-old out of Cornwall, Vermont, with 1 win to his name at New Hampshire. Up front has gone single file. All the way through V-Top. 13, they're side by side for 14th. Again, Dan Park, good to have him back in the show. So everybody doing their own thing. Lap 23 of 90, and I think we're getting single file because we're thinking about pit stops in the coming laps. Is Reese Schaefer still holding station up in front? And yeah, but for the field, for the most part, is single file, and now Stutzman and Miz hung out to dry in the back. So right now, let's go through the running order, shall we? I guess. Does Reese Schaefer leading over Theron Elam in second. Malenko in third. Tyler Markle fourth. Seth Berger riding fifth. Adam Gardner in the sixth position. Adrian Schumacher seventh. Max Service eighth. Nathan Sylvia in his first Outlaw Sim Series start in ninth. Jacob Zala in 10th. It'll be Landon Cardulo 11th. Kyle Lingerfeld 12th. Matthew Setzer 13th. Jeremiah Stutzman in the 14th position. Joshua McClune 15th. Daniel Park 16th. Jason Miss 17th. Garrett Velzy in the 18th position. That's a playoff driver who needs to update his number and wheelbases. Sorry, not wheelbases. Wheel rims. Devin Smith in 19th. Andrew Pratt in 20th. Eric Peck riding 21st. With Kevin Thompson 22nd. Christian Converse 23rd. Joseph Causey 24th. Greg Holt 25th. Andrew St. Cour 26th. Doug Solms 27th. And Cody Vreeland is not in the race any longer. So Stutzman continues to work his way to the outside, and I should expect most of this top 10, most of this top 12 to come to pit road together. Which, this could be interesting. We can get an accident coming to pit road. Oh, we got a car going around. That's going to be 2 cars to the inside of the track. Jacob Zala, Jeremiah Stutzman. Well, that should be a caution. Actually, I don't think it's been called. We'll go ahead and take a replay of it, see what happened. Oh, Zala came up, hit Stutzman, and they're both careening towards the inside wall hard. So that was Zala. And Stutzman is not going to be happy. Already not very happy with Zala. And the caution has come out. And he just came up the track. I got nothing. See, the caution has come out. Oh, sorry. Ooh, wrong one. Let's see what Jeremiah Stutzman's off. Damn. That is not how we expected the first caution to go. Not at all. Yeah, Jacob Zala taking out Jeremiah Stutzman there early. Fast repairs used early, and that is not what you want to hear. That's not what you want to do. But this is around the first pit window, and yeah. So the caution has come out. These drivers are coming up to catch up to the pace car. That's a new safety car. Again, I was not expecting the safety car with the new build. But I don't know what that is. It's like an iRacing type of car that looks like a Fusion and a Kia, and it's just a sedan. I don't know what iRacing classifies that as. I do not have pace car cameras yet. I was not expecting that pace car, to be fair. Luis Torres should be rejoining us in the booth any moment now, but we're still hanging around here. Oh goodness, that was not the shot. Hanging around here. Pit road should be open this time by, and I expect everybody to come in. Stutzman's car actually doesn't look too bad. I think he might save the fast repair, try to save it, but Zala's car is annihilated. And here comes Schaefer leading the field into the pit lane.
Well, let me tell you something right now. Basically, what I understood is that Sala had a tough moment, which is certainly an absolute shame But this is probably a huge sigh of relief that some of these guys are at the pit. They don't have to worry about losing the draft whatsoever because there is that discrepancy that where if you're too far back and then everybody pits, probably will be further back.
Fair enough. So I'm assuming you saw the action that had happened on the back straight to put us under the first caution tonight?
All I've heard is just your reactions of what happened. That's how I was able to understand that Sala was happening.
Well, Reese Schaefer wins the race off pit road over Seth Berger and Malenko. We'll get one look at it, so you can get a look at it, and we'll show everybody as well. One more look at it. Jacob Zala comes up the track, and Gleck Stutzman, and they both go careening towards the inside wall.
That was just a disaster that just escalated right there. It looked like Sala got very sideways. But from that vantage point, I think another angle.
Yeah, we got a lot of angles in, so we'll leave it at that. But we rode on board with him, and he kind of just came up the track. It was very weird. But we're gonna try to get an interview in here with driver number 17, Reese Schaefer. Hey, Reese, how you doing? Wait, what happened to Seth? Did he speed?
He came up on the track. Didn't realize that we had to go past the line.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, it happens. I guess better to learn now than later, though. So.
Yeah, better on lap 29 and lap 89.
Exactly.
But so how's the race been? It looks like this this Swift Squanch general chat thing has gone to plan for the most part.
Yep, definitely been dominant up front. You know, the only little scary incident, me and Malcolm made a little contact earlier, but it was nothing minor.
Yeah, you were right on that right rear quarter pan. I was scared.
Yeah, you know, I was just sticking around up front. I could get a couple laps, and at the end there, I lucked out, and Elam got behind me, able to lead some.
I was about to say, was the 20 part of the plan, or he's just kind of sticking around up here?
You know, he's a really good pusher. He holds the line really well, so I wanted to be with him. So.
Fair enough. Let's see if Luis is here. Luis, if you got a quick question for Reese. All right, I think his mic glitched out for a moment, so let's see if we can get him back. But anyway, what's the game plan for this restart?
Might stick around up front for a little bit longer, and then I'm probably gonna drop back, see what I can do. I mean, we're holding the general chat's holding the front pretty good, so hopefully we can keep it up. Just stick around, hope for the best, try not to die. So that's the plan. Right
on. We'll lead you to it. Best luck to you, and yeah, hopefully we're talking to you on the far side.
Yep, thank you.
That was Reese Schaefer, driver number 17, and hey, how's that bike doing, Reese? Might have to leave and rejoin. It looks like it cut out solidly, and then had its own issue from there. But anyway, here we come off of turn number 4, VIRacing.com, whatever that is, safety car. There's no clear logos on that. But the safety car is in the safety of pit lane, and it'll be Reese Schaefer leading the field to the green here at Daytona.
Definitely good restart for Schaefer. Sometimes if you get that big of an advantage, they'll easily catch you up. But right now, it looks like all is good for Schaefer.
Yep, we got you back now. Couldn't tell if that was lag or a mechanical thing that had happened on your end, but we're all good.
Probably was mechanical.
Right on.
Speaking of mechanical, is that the cause of Freeland's exit, or we still don't know?
You know, he's no longer here. I don't know. I'm assuming something happened wheel-wise, and or he was starting in parking.
Gotcha.
But Malenko with the push from Theron Elam Jr. Again, was not aware Elam was in the alliance, and neither was Reese from that interview. But here comes Malenko with the push, trying to get clear Schaefer to the line. It is too close to call.
Like 17 might have led that one right there.
Yeah, maybe.
But these guys hopping below the yellow line, try to defend their position and stay in put.
Yep, and how about Adam Gardner, boss man, league owner on that outside lane, third car on the outside, trying to do some work.
Right now you got 3-on-2, the inside line trying to form into about 6 cars. So that outside lane, if they stick well together, they may be able to catch it. But so far, it doesn't look like it right now because Schaefer might be well ahead right now based on this onboard from Adam.
Still side by side out in front.
Actually, yeah. See what I mean? The outside line are working together.
I mean,
It looks
Malico's
it's
clear.
See, yeah, Malico got him right there.
Yeah, he got him at the line. He was not clear of Schaefer yet. But, yeah, we heard in that interview under the yellow from Reese Schaefer that the 20 is a really good pusher, and he wanted him behind him.
Just showing dividends right now, and I think beats in position late in the race. It's going to be a tough combo to beat whoever works for Elam.
Yeah, because again, I was only, I wasn't aware that they were going to work with him. I figured he was just kind of up here, and looks like they have gratefully taken him in, and that's kind of an example of you find your friends where they, where you find them.
Absolutely. Right now, it's just right that outside lane is still having a hard time to make something happen. In the rowdy car has to find a way to get by us. You see right over there further back, blocking the bottom lane to make sure nobody get there, but you don't really have to worry about it since you can't really go below the double yellow line.
Yeah, in the defense of the outside lane, this is pretty realistic. iRacing is with the drafting physics for the most part. And Elam just gonna get. They shuffled the league owner out of line. Oh man. But I was gonna say it is very hard. You need it really is about how many cars are in which line that gets the line moving. So the fact that 3 cars did that by themselves is remarkable.
Yeah, it's not that easy. As long as I mentioned, you definitely will need a good pusher to make stuff happen, and that's what Gardner is hoping from that 37 to do so. Because right now he's just losing spot after spot after spot.
How about one of our fellow Canadians in the field, Doug Solms, 53 years old, but you figured he was 23 the way he was wheeling that Xfinity car last week at Eldora. He won the last chance qualifier to get himself into the All-Star race, and he's been fun to watch. He has one top 10 this season at Legacy Pocono where he finished 10th. I'm sorry, maybe he finished 8th. I can't recall exactly where he finished, but he did get a top 10 at Legacy Pocono, looking to double those top 10s tonight, and who knows, maybe he might be a few more steps up on the podium.
As they say, experience is everything, not just in iRacing, but just in life in general. I think that is something that you cannot just ignore with Solms. Like I mentioned, with some of these guys, but more particular for him, position himself right out there, stay out of trouble. I think he's going to be tough to beat. Right now, just Malico out ahead, and when Malico is typically ahead in these league races, it is very difficult to capitalize on taking him out front, out of the top spot.
Right. If you look at those tracks that Malico's won at, there's one thing in particular. They're all short tracks. Milwaukee, the 1 mile, the Milwaukee mile up there, the good throwback from back in the 2000s when the Busch Series used to run there. In Bristol, he absolutely had his way with the field, that final stint, those final 100 laps. In USA International, I think he led all but 5 laps at that race. At Lakeland, Florida Speedway and that is USA International. What a run that was. So he has yet to win on anything greater than a mile this season. How good would it be for Daytona? Oh, what a push from Elam.
Those are only doubts. I imagine it can't get any bigger than winning at Daytona, especially when he has a competitive car and trying to go for a championship. As you mentioned about Elam, there you see we're on board with him. The question is, can Elam be a good defender rather than more on the offense when he puts himself out front? We still got a lot of laps to go as we're pushing here halfway. We're still full laps from halfway for that matter. Excuse me.
Yeah, we are. We're looking. The rest of this race from when we went green was, I think about a 60 to 59 lap race after the caution came out and after everybody pitted. So it's a one stop to the end. It's now more or less, when do they pit? You go till as long as the fuel tanks hold, which is about 30, 31, 32 laps, or I guess that's all you can do early if it's a 59 lap stint, never mind, but trying to make something out of nothing in that regard. But
the big question,
yeah,
the big question is, when you make that final stop, you gotta find a way to save fuel because I can't. I find it hard to imagine you can make it on 2 stops. You gotta be masterful and save a lot to even get to the final stint without having to pit in case the rest
Oh,
of the
we
race
got a
goes
wreck!
green, and
Kevin
we don't have to
Thompson!
we don't have to worry about that since we have a spin. But the question is, will the yellow come out? Man, Kevin Thompson, it's just a tough break for him. I know last week he had a lot of bad moments, but this just continues. It's not a good way to start in this playoff, man.
Oh, he tried to go 3 wide, and he was just not clear of Adrian Schumacher. I think it's a solo spin. I think we might stay green.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to recover unless there's a caution. Especially if we stay green for this long, which I don't know how they're able to pull it off, but could happen as we talked about it earlier. 1 caution one time and the other one we had 5 overtimes.
Well, after all that happened in the middle of this lead pack, Andrew Pratt to the point.
Hanging on by a thread. Question is, can he get to help on the outside? Because here comes Evelyn trying to put Malico back to the top spot. He also has Schaefer. Malico has to be careful though. He's got to make a decision, otherwise they lead to problems with Elam.
I'll tell you, the 3 cars behind Pratt, Holt, Converse, and Kazi, they're all good friends. They work really well with each other, and they're all right behind Pratt. So I wonder if they're going to stick with Pratt or try to make something on their own. But right now, they pushed Pratt out in front. I can't tell if he got the lap lead, but he was up front when they were at the start-finish line for sure. But that inside line's starting to get a little bit more organized. That outside line might have had a little checkup. They're dropping back now. It's going to be 5 cars on the inside versus 4 on the outside. And Elam is getting squirrely in that second spot on the inside.
Not just Elam. Malico with his blocking. I think he's trying to position himself to be up front. Now, if he were to do it right now...
I don't know if he's really blocking. I think he's holding it down there and he's getting pushed. I don't know.
From afar, it looks like Malico's trying to pull the block, but maybe a little bit closer, much like the good old COT bumper cams. But let's see. No, you're probably right on that one. It seems like they're maintaining another line. It seems like Elam trying to find the opening, but can't just go for it because Malico is self-aware of what he's doing, I'd imagine.
Whoa, man, that is so close to being the tri-oval, man. I would not be loving that situation. I'll tell you what, sometimes netcode happens as well. And around the outside is Holt. No, Holt into the wall. Holds on to that thing.
Definitely held on to that one. Now he's trying to put him 3 wide into position.
Oh, they are leaving Pratt. Wow, they are going to leave Pratt. Sorry, go for it.
I was saying they're leaving him hung out to dry after going 3 wide. I think he's going to get help, so everything should be back in line. Nobody's going to be... Well, let's see if Gardner's going to go to the middle. But he could probably go... No, he's going to almost 2 to 3 wide. I was going to say if he had more room, he could probably go down to the bottom. But no, he's committed to the middle.
Now Schaefer jumps out of line, and this little alliance, he's trying to get himself to the lead.
These guys have been battling real hard this time. It seems like right now there's no preferred lane. It's just a matter of who is the better pusher that gets the line going.
Did we have somebody drop out there?
Yeah, the 75 just did Pratt disappear. He's down on the bottom order now. Andrew
Pratt. No, that's a playoff driver. Oh, no. Oh, that is not good.
Right when I was just going to say if he could get the push, then all of a sudden he is gone. It gives Schaefer the opportunity to go back to the bottom. Now, 3 is all by himself. Further back, he's going to need a lot more help.
And yeah, it's official. Andrew Pratt is going to go 1 lap down here. No, he's back. Oh my goodness.
Imagine being in position, battling for the lead as we're getting halfway, and then all of a sudden you're boom, disappear like the snap of a finger, and then all of a sudden you're back, but a lap down.
Yeah, so he just up and left. I mean, that's what it looked like. Just pop. Let's see if we can figure out what happened on the replay.
Looks like we found our answer. We won't be able to tell.
Yeah, we probably won't be able to. Trying to see. Stay with him.
Fortunately for these guys, they don't have to worry about going through the chicane this week.
Wow, no, I think... Wow, that is crazy. So he's back here with Kevin Thompson. They, found a friend back here, but they're going to have to really get going, or they're going to have to help for some yellows or something. But 3 wide for the lead. Joseph Causey leaving his friends out to dry in that middle lane.
Oh, it's just one of those things right there where if he can hang on, there you go. I was going to say, he needs to stick in line, otherwise
He
that
just
could lead him in
passed
trouble.
Christian Converse. Wow. In the middle of the pack, he's like, let me gain a spot and hop up back to that outside lane. That is remarkable.
Yeah, as remarkable as it is, just right now, the inside is the way to go as we're now past the halfway mark of this race. A lot has happened to a couple guys in the championship battle. And as far as with Pratt and Thompson, they gotta get going. They gotta find a way to make that 2-car tandem work into these cars. It's not gonna be easy.
Oh, no.
And yeah, the gap is completely apart now.
Oh, no. I think Pratt is too damaged. He needs a yellow quick.
Going into the no, he's actually staying out.
Yeah, that's...
I don't think he can. I don't think you want to go into pit at this point because you're trying to.
Oh, wow. That's a speed.
That is not a good engine tone. That is not
Compared
good.
to Thompson. Oh, man. Thompson has no damage. He just has, hot tires. That's crazy.
Sometimes when you hear the tone, it's very low, then you're pretty much out of luck. There's not much you can do other than survive and hope.
He needs to get a caution quick. He's got a fast repair, so he's not out of the race, but he's going 1 lap down now. He needs things to fall his way, like, quickly. Oh, what a push from Malico! I'm sorry, from Elam to Malico.
Oh, he was probably they were hoping is to have a caution for him, but he's not going to get it right now. I think they're very mindful and being cautious right now. Even if there are mindful and cautious, they're pulling these daring moves, trying to set up their position, but you can't just do it right now. You're going to have to wait until the next set of green flag stops comes by. As you look at on board with Nate Silva, as we mentioned earlier, it is his debut. Right in the thick of things. He's hanging on his own quite well with these guys.
Yeah, doing his thing on that outside lane, pushing and experimenting with Joseph Causey. Has a good friend behind him of Reese Schaefer. Nathan, Reese, Jacob, Landon. Oh, and there goes Malico, push! And up the track!
Damage, and there
Big one! That's everybody!
Man.
Joseph Causey, Nathan Sylvia, Jason Miz. Oh, and the smoke! And iRacing just updated the smoke model this week. So that's another thing. And whammo!
Chambers Bob. Zala made it through. Oh, man, this is not what Elam needed. He's going to use the fast repair bug. Unbelievable. Pratt, he is saved big time there. I don't know if it's netcode or Malico just flat out lost it. I'm hoping it's the former so he doesn't get chewed by the competitors, because it might have been Elam might have overpushed it, but from that angle it didn't look like they connected.
I think it was a little bit of over pushing. We'll get an onboard though.
Yeah, we definitely need a replay.
Oh, we did not get it there, but
yeah. Check out the Rowdy car. Oh man, he slid, but fortunately nobody hit him. He avoided Schaefer. Good grief. We're talking about Days of Thunder moment.
He kind of got the apron after. I don't know.
Yeah, that was definitely not a push at all. It just clipped it, and it bit him.
Yeah,
what do y'all used to call it back in the day? You mentioned it earlier in the broadcast.
Bubble glitch.
Yep.
But yeah, that's not that. That was Malico. Maybe something happened on the straightaway, but that was Malico hitting the apron there and losing control of that 7.
Yep. Berger has rear damage and got hit from the back, further away. And like Malico was on, it's going to set the tone, set the pace. Now he's gonna have to rebound when this race resumes.
Yeah, wow. Can't really see it. There's a whole mess back there.
Up, Calamity Corner strikes again. This is the best part of Daytona. Drama, danger, speed, dedication. I'm
Wow.
sure crashing is not one of the dedicating parts.
So at this moment, nobody's out of the race. Maybe I don't. It depends, you know, what happened to Zala and Stutzman. Zala looks okay, and Stutzman looks fine. I don't think Stutzman took his fast repair, but nobody's out of this race yet because of the fast repairs. But a lot of fast repairs just got used up. And Kyle Lingerfeld has stayed out.
Yeah. No matter how we look at it, it has definitely shuffled the whole field. Lingerfeld he's obviously out there trying to get some redemption after last week's All-Star race.
I can't fathom this though. You need fuel to make it to the end, and this is 40 laps to go. I mean, you can't make it to the end from now. This is fair, but I mean, if we go green to the end, I don't know if we will, but it's not looking good. They're gonna have to take a lot more fuel. They're gonna have to potentially take tires. They're probably not gonna take tires, but they're gonna need to stay on pit road for a lot longer. And here's some drivers trying to take their repairs. Zala, Park. I think a lot of people are taking their fast repairs.
Even right now, you probably have to pit one more time or bank on a lot of cautions. But even if you bank on a lot of cautions, you probably have to pit at least one more time, regardless. I just don't see how one of the drivers find a way to make it on field with this field. There's several laps to go, and much less if we have a series of cautions.
Well, let's see who is in the Discord. Let's see who we can get a hold of. I don't believe they're going to be in this Discord. But let's see. Devin Smith is riding third. Let's see if we can get a word in with him. Hey, Devin, this is the Outlaws booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, you got a copy.
Oh, are you coming back down pit road?
I missed my box.
Oh, no. I thought you got the third with a good strategy call. I'm sorry.
No.
But what's your take from that wreck? What happened there from your point of view? If you could see.
I didn't see much because that was so far ahead. So I'm not sure. If you want that, go to Greg or Kazi because I know they were talking about it.
Oh, okay. Now we already started. We'll keep rocking with you.
All right.
How look? Did you make it through that wreck? Looks like just the car's a little dirty, but clean and damaged.
Yeah, we're good. All good. Man, slow up in time, went all the way down to the inside wall to miss it. Because it seemed like it definitely held up most of the track. With this new build, the smoke from the tires, you can't see anything. It's a big white wall.
It looked like it from the TV. We haven't even seen an onboard from people back there. That'll be something we have to look at later. But with people using their fast repairs and you still having one, is it time for you to maybe get up there and mix it up, or are you still hanging at the back and holding on to it?
I'd say wait until about 10 to go to really get going.
Right on. Well, we'll leave you to it. Best luck to you, and hopefully we're talking to you on the far side.
All right, thank you.
Right on, and that was Devin Smith. I rushed him quickly up because I didn't know if we were going to get back to racing. No, we got another lap added to the caution period. So, he said to talk to Holder Causey. Let's go ahead and talk to Greg Holt if we can. Hey, Greg, this is the Outlaws booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up?
Right on. So, we just talked to Devin. First, I thought he had just a great strategy call and he was going to restart towards the front. But he missed his box. We got that. And then we talked about the incident. What happened from your point of view on that wreck?
I'm not sure if the 7 just got loose or caught the apron or what the deal was. But it looked like he just lost control a little bit and collected a whole bunch of cars.
Yeah, I was very surprised with it. Looked like there wasn't immediate contact at least between the 20. But nonetheless, how'd you fare making it through? And how's the car?
It's fine. I mean, you just gotta have friends. We were riding for the first 30, 40, or actually probably the first 40 laps anyways, and then decided we'd go to the front, see what it felt like.
Right on. Hey, Luis, you have any questions for Greg Holt?
Should be good.
Right on. What's the game plan for this restart? Starting up on the outside of the front row?
If we can get in line, I'll just get in line. There's no point in really being double file. We got one more pit stop coming up, so hopefully we can get in line and just figure it out, ride it out. I know everybody's gonna feel like it's go time now, so.
Just how difficult, actually, do you have one now that you mentioned fuel? Just how difficult is it going to be in case this race goes green, which fingers 50-50 with Daytona?
Well, I mean, you're not making it from here on fuel, so you definitely got to pit. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what everybody's strategy is, how it works out. But we're getting ready to go green, so.
I'll leave you to it.
All right, thank you.
Right on, and that was driver of the number 3, Greg Holt, and restarting on the outside of the front row. VIRacing.com, safety cars in the safety pit lane, and we are back to racing from Daytona.
A couple new names right up there. Marco getting a tremendous push on this restart. He's probably going to clear him by.
You know who's been a consistent driver up here? The 82 of Adrian Schumacher.
Yep, that's another one.
He's been up here the entire time. I can't recall if he got up in that accident. I don't think so. I feel like he, was chilling up towards the front, but went under it.
Holt and Schumacher were definitely one of the few that got by without any problems at all. I think it was definitely the benefit of being ahead on that top lane. And just when Malico had his episode, we're in the clear, fortunately for those guys. And now, look at this right now. You even have Schaefer back in this mix. He was involved in the spin earlier. But different strategies and how quick fast repairs were, he's in this mix. So fortunately for him, he didn't have that bad of an accident.
So yeah, with a lot of fast repairs gone, I don't know if we're going to see less racing or be with the people with a fast repair left, more intense racing, if you will. This is gonna be
I imagine
Yeah, I imagine it's going to be a huge grab bag of strategies, but with everybody expecting one more pit stop, maybe it won't happen until after that pit stop.
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned already, they're going to have to pit one more time. The question is, who will save up as much fuel as possible as long as they don't lose the draft? Right now, it is important not to lose the draft, but also don't be making daring moves at this point in the race. You're trying to make it on fuel. One more stop.
Riding on the visor cam, the helmet cam of the number 13, Doug Solms. I believe he said that's a Captain Crunch car?
Definitely Captain Crunch in that Ford.
So that 13 doing his thing, trying to stick with Greg Holt up on that outside and not push him, but keep the momentum up and stay with him. You don't want to cause anything yet. There's still a lot of laps to go.
I think I'm now seeing after that big wreck, I think they're aware that it's probably time to be patient. There's no rush, but those laps do go relatively quick. But you want to, like I said, it's time to figure things out. Who do you want to work with? How do you want to work the ending of this race? But also just don't make any mistakes. Pit road, you can definitely make mistakes. You can make the wrong strategy. You can overshoot your pit, or as we saw earlier, you could miss your pit completely.
Yeah, that was crazy to hear from Devin, but you know what? It's what happens under these cautions. I know a lot of people crashed, but everybody was still in the race besides Cody Freeland. That's 27 cars entering a very tight pit lane. It's easy to miss your sign. Even in these virtual cars, there's no indicators or anything. You have your pit sign come down a few boxes away just like you would in real life. There's no outline, there's no marks. Some people have maybe an external app like Crew Chief or like sim racing apps that'll count them down to their pit box, but other than that, there's no aids to make you know where your pit box is. You have to remember where you qualified and remember how far down the pit lane that is.
Even in older console games, it's very difficult. You pretty much have to remember where exactly you were, who's the pit sign ahead of you, and what. You gotta find like cheat sheets that says where you can easily identify your location. It's not that easy at all, especially in this type of style of gaming.
Yeah, what I tend to do on iRacing is I usually go out pretty early in my qualifying. You have 5 minutes in the official races. Go out, set your 2 laps. I bring it back down pit road, and I try to count how many pit boxes I am from the end of pit road, because, you know, it goes based off where you start. So, you know, I try to figure, is this before, after the garage entry? Is this, you know, before this wall, whatever? You know, I try to do that in those, you know, 2 minutes or whatever is left in the qualifying session. Try to figure out where I'm going to be pitting.
With Daytona, you have a lot of identifiers. You have the garage all the way in the back. You have Gatorade Victory Lane, formerly known as Victory Circle.
Well, this,
and
you know,
then
this
of course
scan
the
is
Rolex
still,
time.
this scan is still out of date, so I think it still says Gatorade Victory Lane down there. But
Oh,
it's
for
no
sure,
longer
but
the
it's, yeah,
sponsor.
it's no longer. You also have that the Rolex stuff over there as well.
I think that's, what's it called, a gantry? Is that, I don't know what it's called.
I believe so. Anyways, so we see right now Marco's hanging on to this lead. So far, so good, but he's got a hole to worry about.
Yep, one of the playoff drivers, the leading playoff driver right now, you know, by virtue. But remember, these playoffs, these are, you know, the updated, the current playoffs that NASCAR uses in real life. So it is a win and you're in to the next round. If Marco or whoever of the 13 playoff drivers were able to get this done today, they do not have to worry about Martinsville Night and Atlanta, the next 2 races in this round.
I think Daytona is quite bizarre. Wait till Martinsville. I'd imagine it's going to be very, very intense. Atlanta is probably your safe bet, but you don't want to be deep in a hole if you're in the bottom 3. You want to be strong here at Daytona and hope Martinsville goes as well in a positive ending, in a positive route.
Yeah, I can't fathom having to rely on Atlanta, especially if you're not like a very good amount of half driver. But even then, Atlanta's all about tires. If you can't save tires, you are donezo. You need to have good runs at Daytona and Martinsville. I know there's a couple drivers out here, not as much as the playoff drivers, but there's a few drivers that have trouble with saving tires, and that are very fast, but they cannot save their tires, and they get, you know, chewed up in about 15 laps.
Yeah. And sometimes you just want to be a hero, or you want to be preserve stuff, and then later be the hero when there's more quality in it. If you go guns blazing, and trail blazing, and all of that stuff right out of the gate, it may not work, especially at Atlanta where it's older surface, and like you mentioned about those tires. The older surface and new tires, you gotta save it. You gotta save it as best as you can.
Right on board. This is behind on this camera, but physically on the car, it's right in front of that left side mirror, looking, you know, back on the body of the car and looking back at the field. And I think I don't know if he's trying to give way to the 13 or just had a moment there, but Holt doing his thing. I guess we'll look forward and see what's going on. No, nothing major.
And it's just those two on the top. They're just losing ground to the more dominant inside lane, even though there is a gap right now. I think if anything else, they might probably go. Yep, there you go, single file. That's stole it right out. Exactly what I was gonna say. Stole it right there.
I wonder if Schaefer's gonna let Solms in line or if Solms is gonna ride back. But how about the 24 Jason Miz up to 6th if he's clear of Solms? 3 top 5s, trying, you know, not the season he wanted. He was in the thick of the playoff battle until we hit the stretch of short track before the playoffs, and they did not really go his way. So missing the playoffs, but an opportunity to recollect himself and try to go for it hardcore next season, which most likely will be trucks.
Yep. And see, even with the different types of vehicles, you gotta consider it's a different animal. Xfinity cars are vastly different. Imagine, oh, we got some early takers going.
Go.
They're not wasting time.
And
oh, look
Elam's gonna miss.
Oh, he missed it.
Big time. Where was he going?
Thought he was gonna stay out, but then he realized, no, I gotta go in, and then it was a little too late. Bummer for him, and that probably takes him out of contention for this win unless we get a caution again.
I am confused on the way he was pitting there. My goodness. Now, these are all drivers late on pit road. Look at this race. Don't speed, boys. Don't speed. And they come out double wide, 4 rows, or 4 cars deep, and Devin Smith attached.
We'll see if nobody got penalized here. Are the second takers? No, they're all staying.
I think that was a mathematical lap. I think maybe they were short pitting. They're pitting as soon as the window was open to try to see what kind of an advantage they can get in clean air. I don't know, but 5 cars may not be as advantageous as a whole 20-car field. Let's see what happened to Farron Elam. He was never going to make pit road from that spot. He was never going to make it.
Even if he darted it to the left, you have to consider, you have to be mindful of the other cars behind him. I think if he darted left right now, he probably would have collected somebody or just not make it, period.
Yeah,
Not the night he's been looking for. All of a sudden, he went from being a strong pusher, being in that wreck, and now he missed his pits.
25 laps to go here from the Daytona International Speedway. We're still not done with Daytona, by the way. This is the second to last race at Daytona. Well, we had 3 races at Daytona, 2 at the Oval, 1 at the road course. But the Daytona road course coming up way later in the playoffs. I believe the 3rd round has the Daytona road course, or the end of the 2nd round. I can't remember right now. I think the end of the 2nd round is Daytona road course, actually. So we'll be back in about 6 weeks, 5 weeks, and we'll be turning left and right.
Betcha some of these guys are just hoping that it takes a little longer to get back to Daytona.
Yeah, some of these guys aren't particular road ringers. Schumacher, here we go. Here comes the Swift boys, the General Chad and McClune joining them. Marco's gonna get a penalty. He hit the grass. That's a penalty.
He braked very, very late. I was gonna say Gardner was staying out right now. There's Malenko. I didn't meant to say Marco, but you actually saved me on when you noted about the grass, because I also was gonna say Malenko going. So.
Well, it was Marco that hit the grass.
Yeah. Then when you
Schaefer over Schumacher. And Marco's still in the pit lane. That's an unsafe pit entry penalty that Marco was serving. It is a 40-second hold, according to iRacing rules.
Imagine a lot of gut-punching moments for a couple of these leaders tonight.
Back up front, Adam Gardner is falling to 3rd because Andrew Pratt is taking over the race lead. Andrew Pratt, Kevin Thompson, remember those 2 names?
I remember quite clearly. Hopefully we don't have to worry about riding walls like last week.
Yep, here also Andrew St. Coeur, Farron Elam. Elam's a lap down. I believe he came in the pitted lap after he missed the pit lane.
Yep. We saw from the footage that he was getting a lap.
The Stutzman pit by himself? Oh no. That is not good news. Here comes Gardner by himself. Why are you coming by yourself, man? Here he comes.
I think he's hoping to get in the draft quickly. We'll see.
That back end is also damaged. He's not going to do too well as a single car. Here he comes pulling into the pit box. He did not slide through, so that's good on him. Up front is Kevin Thompson, driver number 89 from Newnan, Georgia. Pointed his way into the playoffs 2 weeks ago at North Wilkesboro. And I know the stream chat's been very active. We'll get to the chat after these final rounds of pit stops, which I wonder how long these guys are going to stay out for. Let's see, are they coming this time? Here comes Thompson, along with Pratt, Peck, Solms, and St. Coeur.
Don't speed. I think everybody's going to make it a little bit of a moment with Pratt, but all is good right now. This time around, much cleaner as far as guys pitting.
So here's the deal up here. Up front, Greg Holt, Christian Converse, Joseph Causey, Garrett Velzy, Devin Smith. The first 5 to pit, they're the theoretical leaders when this all cycles out. Reese Schaefer, Adrian Schumacher, Nathan Sylvia. they're, you know, with everybody else. And then we got a big pack back here.
Yeah, if you're in the pack right now, you probably want to get back into the single file swing and sings. Otherwise, you're going to lose connection to those who are trying to gain the gap.
Yeah, they're going to want to figure this out quickly.
So we got 21 laps. We're nearly 50 miles to the end of this race.
Yep. Oh, Eric Peck has had an off track. Maybe it was pit exit. Yeah, he's sliding through pit exit.
And there must have been more than that if he's going to the grass.
Let's see what happened. If he didn't take tires, oh, he hit the apron. But it is very slick on old tires. You can genuinely feel if the car has no grip if you don't take tires on these pit stops. So you got to be very careful if you don't take tires. It only affects you on your pit exit. But I think he was just trying to get as much speed as he could and caught that apron.
Yeah, it's just it's one of those things that you learn from the very beginning. When you exit out with cold tires, you got to be very, very gentle. I get it with Daytona, the playoffs on the line, or trying to get in position. In his case, get in position to win. Want to get at it quickly. But sometimes if you go at it a little bit quickly, naturally it's gonna lose. It's gonna snap.
So we have 2 packs here. The second pack led by Max Service, who is 4 seconds behind Nathan Sylvia. Whoa, what a moment there. I think Service got a huge push from Berger. Cut away right as that happened. So this is the second pack led by Max Service. He's in the 9th position. They have packed up all the way to 19th. So they have 11 cars in their pack. To the front pack's only 9 cars plus Farron, I believe. No, Farron's not in this pack anymore, I don't believe.
As they get closer and closer, as the laps wind down, I think we need to keep an eye on the gap between Converse and the race leader of... Wait, this is Converse, excuse me.
Converse is the race leader and Max Service of the second line, correct?
Yeah, the gap between the leader and the next group of cars in the closing lines, because we're curious to see if they're gaining or they're in stationary mode where they're not making progress.
So let's see how this works. There's a track map there. You can kind of see the 90 of Converse is the leader, and then the 81 of Max Service. You can kind of see the track map there.
There's just taking like, there you barely see it on the screen. There's a groove right over there. I think if we keep this map on for at least 2 more laps and see if they pop more on the feet. That last lap you barely saw them from afar.
Yeah. But right now they're staying stagnant. They have not lost time, but they have not gained time.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a
they're
problem.
Oh no! Cardulo's gonna go into the wall.
And there goes their shot into the wall again.
Oh,
Upgrade for Landon is just. We gotta see that again. It looks like it's all.
Whoa,
what happened over there?
Spin there. Oh, that's Thompson trying to avoid Lingerfelt. Let's see what happened to Landon Cardulo.
Yeah, we're still green. After all of that.
Yeah, they're still green. Let me try to find them. Oh, there's a whole bunch of things. Looks like Cardulo maybe got clipped by Zala. That's the second car Zala's wrecked today if he did catch him. We need to get an overhead view.
Not good for Zala nor Cardulo, especially the latter, of which this night looks to pierce. Oh, I think Setzer's the one who clipped the one further back. Lingerfelt. Let's see.
Yeah, okay, so they were checking up and Zala did not check up. He did not get the memo to check up. And Kyle Lingerfelt had an off track. All that happened. Setzer collects Lingerfelt. And then Lingerfelt goes through the grass, trying to keep it down there. Sliding. Thompson, wall to avoid him.
Clipped the wall, but it could have been much worse.
And we stay green, like you said. Oh, now the cautions come out. I think they're going to 140. What's happening here?
Yeah, they're going very slow, and they separated.
So I'm assuming the caution is... So what they do is they call it a manual caution first. So everybody gets slowed down and grouped up. Then they throw the iRacing caution right there. There's the iRacing yellow.
All right.
So they do that to try to get everybody caught up so everybody can pit together. Because sometimes if you just let the iRacing caution throw it, people haven't crossed the start-finish line. Sometimes you'll get trapped a lap down. Stuff happens sometimes. So they're letting the manual caution do the work first. They call it over iRacing driver chat. Everybody manually slows down. Then before they get back to the start-finish line, they throw the yellow. So everybody's on the same lap and everybody's pitting together.
Now with that yellow, safe to say, this changes everything. You're going to have all these cars bunched up, and we're not going to worry about fuel anymore since we're near towards the end.
Once again, Jacob just, I mean, he hooked Cardullo. And I think Cardullo was trying to check up for the 77 hitting the 81, and Zala just did not let off. Both cautions tonight indirectly caused by Jacob Zala.
Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting post-race to see how they saw it and whether or not it's going to be reviewable.
I mean, these don't look intentional by any means, but and they check up. Zala just cannot get checked up in time.
I think, like you mentioned, Everson, I think it's just one of those didn't get the memo, but no harm, no foul, just bad timing.
Yeah, their sets are collecting Lingerfeld after Lingerfeld checked up. Yeah, Cardullo's got to use a fast repair if he didn't use one already.
Yeah, unbelievable. Fortunately, it was just only for everybody's case. It wasn't that disastrous of a wreck, but again, you got to feel for Landon being right in the thick of things. Maybe trying to gain spots as the last winding down, but it's got involved in that accident.
So he did take a fast repair. Clearly, that car is clean, but I think he had to tow back to the pit lane because the engine had blown up. So he lost a lap in that exchange, I believe. We'll let the ticker roll across here. Yeah, he is 1 lap down. The only car 1 lap down. So if he gets another yellow, he's back in this. But, wow, I don't...
It's going to take a lot for that to be possible right now.
So let's see if we can get a word in with one of the drivers, the race leader, actually. See if we can get a word in with him. And let's see if we can talk to driver number 90, Christian Converse. Christian, welcome back to the Outlaw Sim Series. Second start, and up front once again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we made the right strategy call, staying out there, or coming in a little bit earlier, got the track position we needed.
I was going to say, so what was that plan to come in on lap 64? I mean, could you have gone like so much longer? Was it just the short pit?
We could make it to the end. It was just that when you check up so much in a huge pack like that, when you have 6 or 7 cars, it makes it a lot easier because no one's checking up. You can gain a lot of time. No one's checking up for you.
Fair enough. All right, game plan on the series. There are 13 laps to go. Inside front row. What are you thinking? Are you still working with your teammates, your friends, or is it all hands? You know, all bets are off. This is 13 to go. It's Daytona.
I would say that, but I'm not in the playoffs here. You know, I don't want to ruin Causey's race like I did a couple weeks ago. If there's a chance to get him to win, I'll probably let him have it. That's the whole reason me and Greg are in here this race, just to help Causey out.
Fair enough. Looks like y'all did a lot of work. Got him up to second before the yellow came out, and he's restarting second. All right, best of luck to you, and yeah, hopefully we're talking to you on the far side.
Thank you.
And driver number 90, Christian Converse, went on down, and yeah, I was told I'm not going to say his age on broadcast because I don't believe he wants it to be shared, but I'll say this, and you could probably tell by his voice, he is a teenager. He is one of the youngest, if not the youngest driver in the series on the track right now, and I mean, you couldn't tell by the way he conducts himself on track and in that interview.
Yeah, sometimes it's one of those deals where age just just a number in the world of racing aspects is where you can be experienced even if you're real young, or in this case, sometimes even if you're in your 50s, you can deliver a strong performance. Just a matter of being mindful. The question is how mindful they're going to be in these next 12 laps.
Well, the iRacing safety car that has no real branding is into the pit lane once again as a response to Sheldon Swindell asking on YouTube, is the pace car an Aston Martin? Man, I have no idea. It has an iRacing logo on the front and back of it. Anyway, Christian Converse is cleared to the lead. Colt down to the inside of the inside lane. And we continue on.
Now we're going to see who's there for each other and who will help who.
Oh, Kazi shoved out a line. And one of his rivals on the road courses. Last time we were at a road course, well,
that big run Malico got.
Wow. Oh, into the ball goes the 24. Oh. The 65 involved. We got a wreck in the back. Tyler Markle involved. Lingerfeld.
Gone bad to worse.
Back up the track. And
time to rock him up again.
Yeah, that will be a yellow. Let's get a view of what happened. We caught it late there, I think. Let's go back to the whole restart. We have time to take a look at the whole restart.
See what happened over here. While Zainsworth's move over there in the bottom.
So
Miz was trying to get a run.
This was Miz and Lingerfeld making contact. This was coming into turn 3, but this is on the replay here. We're coming into turn 1. And they're all just trying to get up to the gears. Peck down low, but for the most part clear inside. Markle trying to get down there, but just probably an innocent victim in this accident. Miz goes to the middle, goes down to the inside. Does Markle clip him? Markle's trying to push Miz. Oh, Miz checks up for Peck. Oh, man. Peck was slowing down, I think, to avoid the cars ahead of him. Markle just got into him.
Yeah.
That's the first caution that doesn't involve Jacob, so good in that regard, but not what you want to see from this.
Getting from Marco just got nowhere to go, and just got collected over something that was out of his deal. He was fine over there.
Here we go. Here's the replay. Markle pushing Miz, not laying off, but he lets off a little bit, and I mean they just check up hard right in front of Markle.
Not much you can do, and then this one just made things matter worse. He got some damage in that.
Yeah, and I think he's faster. He doesn't have a fast repair, so that radiator might be destroyed.
Oh, we're gonna try to rack him up again, and under 10 laps to go. We're now in single-digit laps.
Here we go. This is where we get to experiment with how many overtime attempts we can have. Because, man, oh, man, it has been something.
No kidding.
I want to take a look at the chat, because there's been a lot of chat going on. Droopy79 says, go Seth. Miguelito says, Doug Solms, an OG for real. And, yeah, he is. Sheldon Swindell says, apron. A huge break for Kevin Thompson. Sheldon Swindell asks, do you have a visor cam on Malico? Get a look at that pace car. Yeah. We can definitely go back and get a visor cam replay of Malico's incident. And get that in a second. Mark Berger says, rise, Burger Nation. My boy knows what he's doing. Sheldon Swindell has Sim Racing Apps has a pit box countdown, I think. Lingerfeld is biding his time. Let's go, buddy. That was from Team SER. Pam Williams says, go, Seth. And Sheldon Swindell last asked if the pace car was an Aston Martin. And to which I responded, there's only iRacing logos in the place where a manufacturer logo would be. So I don't know. Real quick, let's go back, way back in the race. The Malico's accident. I mean, he wasn't turning left or he's holding the wheel straight. But
And you only get that through helmet cam. Sometimes it's a blessing to have one, and it's definitely, many cases, a curse to have one.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. He just hit the apron. It happens, I guess.
I think we're gonna have to figure it out during post race to see what actually happened through the eyes of Malico, but also through the eyes of a few others that were involved in that when time permits.
Well, why don't we ask him? He's up in the top 5. It's not, he's not irrelevant to interview right now. So Malenko, we're kind of wondering what happened back on that lap 27 yellow.
So you're talking about the one where I did it for Dale?
What had happened there?
I got a little bit hit. Was a little hit in the back. It was going faster than I thought. It kind of just got the car sideways. When the car got sideways, it hit the apron before I could save it. So once I hit the apron, it was over.
Fair enough. We were really wondering what happened, if it was a push from Elam or you just hit the apron or got loose. We couldn't see the initial push if there was one, so it really looks like you hit the apron. We went to the visor cam. You're holding the wheel straight. I want to get clarity on that.
Yeah, Elam's a homie. He was pushing great. Just my screw up, really.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Way to own it. Right now, restarting inside of the third row, P5. A little bit of teammates going on ahead of you. What's the game plan to get around them?
Just try your best, I guess. This is just see what you can do and hope it's good. That's about it.
Luis, you got a question for Mal?
That was gonna be my main question about what happened over there. But I do have one. We're now coming to the green flag. What would be the more ideal lane you want to be, as inside line or the outside when the closing laps?
Oh, what did you say? I was lagging a little bit there.
If you're in position and trying to battle for the win, where you're a couple rows away, where would you want to be? The inside line or the outside? Because it seems
always
like
the outside. The outside worked really well.
Fair enough. We'll leave you to it. Getting ready to restart. Best luck to you. Hopefully we're talking to you on the far side.
Yep, thank you.
Driver number 7, Malenko, who's had a lag moment there. Hopefully he comes back. But the iRacing.com pace car is in the safety of pit lane. We're green, and he is back.
Just in the nick of time indeed for Malenko.
Yep, as they roared down.
With the big advantage.
Yeah, he got hugely clear. I think Holt's letting off to get all 3 of them in line. But Kazi's not taking the hint. Kazi's staying up there, and he's working with his main road course rival, Adrian Schumacher, who jumps out of line.
Oh.
Schumacher to the outside, files back in line. Here we go, boys. It's time to race.
7 laps from eternity, and it feels that way. Oh, look at this, down to the bottom. Converse, nope. Converse denies him from getting by.
Converse to the outside, trying to play to Dale Jr. Brad Keselowski rolled a Godfather out in front and figure out which lane he's got to lead.
Look
Coming
at
back
splash
down.
balls.
But Adrian Schumacher and Joseph Kazi, they are fierce competitors at the road courses especially. They fought tooth and nail at Montreal up until 11 laps to go when Schumacher had an incident and found his way into a tire barrier. But from then on, they've been trading road course wins, and glad to see him, working together on an oval. And we still got one more road course to see him go at it at Daytona road course later in the schedule.
Now the question is when you want to wait. Those guys out back don't really have a chance unless the front wrecks in front of them, and hopefully they're in position to avoid it.
Yep, double wide, 3 wide, almost 4 wide in the back. Reese Schaefer trying to make something happen up on the top side.
Well, I think that block might have hurt him a little bit. Ozzy may get the momentum, but
there he goes,
Setzer!
Setzer, Thompson, Cardulo is out of the race. That's a big hit. Eric Peck involved.
Let's see how... the question is now, will this race go into overtime? We've got 5 laps to go.
We might get a scheduled green-white checkered, and then it's game on from there. So I don't think it'll be an official green-white checkered, but it'll be 2 laps to go. Let's see what happened here. way up ahead of him. Let's see here. So Setzer comes down on Thompson, hits Berger. Berger saves it. Cardullo gets ran over and absolutely mauled by the 37 and the 13. I mean, it's part of plate racing. You can't really tell when the wreck's going to happen or if you can slow down, but that's what happened to the 8. My goodness.
I want you to look at Lingerfeld, how close he was from getting involved. I'm not sure if this onboard will tell you much.
Go back and see that.
I was certainly glad he was not in that position. Look out, look out. There you go.
Wow. Let's see here.
That could have been ugly.
It could have been for sure. Oh, you can only see the back end of it, but all that. Just a mess. Junkyard back there.
Yep, and I feel like we're still not quite done yet. As long as they make it back to the next lap, which will be the white flag when this thing resumes.
Wow. Wow. That is... It's crazy. I don't really know what else to say.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much to say. We're down to 3 to go, so I think we're gonna go into overtime. I don't see the lights off this pace car right now.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. So, we've talked to everybody in the top 5 besides this one driver, one of the drivers in the playoffs. I think it is time to talk to the man rocking the number 88 Baja Blast scheme, Joseph. How's it been, man?
It's good. Trying to save some fuel here.
Yeah, it is. It's been a rough one towards the back, but it started to get antsy there. It looked like your teammates or your friends were trying to let you in line there, and you were kind of sticking up high.
Yeah, well, we're trying to control both lines right now, so it's like a mixture in between. So we're trying to control both lines, but I'm also trying to get to the front. So.
All right. Well, Christian was very straightforward. You know, he doesn't want to, get involved like you two making contact in North Wilkesboro.
Yeah.
And said if he's in a position to let you have the win, most likely that's what's gonna happen. But
yeah, it's good. I got actually Greg Holt and Christian up on my side to try to make this happen. So we're gonna try to make it happen.
Fair enough. I was wondering that. I figured that, it was gonna be like everybody on their own, but it looked like you. Now that you told me you were trying to control the lines, that's exactly what it looked like.
Yep, exactly what we're trying to do.
Fair enough. The 1 to green here. What's the game plan?
Get up to the front. Get that white flag.
All right. No more teammates, huh? No more teammates, huh?
We still got it. He's controlling the top, and Greg's behind me. So.
Fair enough.
We'll certainly, definitely wish you luck on this one. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll come out on the bright side on this one.
I was just gonna ask if you had any questions, Luis, but I'll take it that is a no. All right, we'll leave you to it, Joseph, and best luck to you.
All right, appreciate it.
Rock on. That was the driver of the number 88, Joseph Kazi. Make sure I put him in the right Discord chat. He did. Yep.
Pretty much self-explained. The question I was going to ask is what his decision, what position he's going to be to get to that promised land that is victory lane, but he pretty much explained it. So he's like, but you answered the question I was going to ask, so it's all good.
So it's time to look back here. We have Cardullo in the pit lane. Zala 2 laps down. Miz in trouble. Peck in trouble. Luckily for the playoff drivers, they're all for the most part intact. Oh, that's not intact. Oh goodness.
Yeah, I don't know about Thompson. Thompson's been involved in multiple wrecks.
Right, he's still here, man. He's trying. Merc Burger says LW in the house. Get that checkered flag, Seth. And Seth, he's in the heart of the pack, but I'll tell you what, if you're in it, you can win it. And here we go. This is going to be an overtime attempt. This is an official overtime attempt. Actually, no. It's scheduled 2 laps to go. This is it. Green flag back in the air. We're racing from Daytona.
If I were Holt right now, if he wanted to get Kelsey to win, or put himself in position for that matter, he's got to get closer than that. Right now, maybe he's sandbagging a little bit to get the draft. There he goes. It's right there. That 82 of Schumacher is pushing him real hard right now, so we'll see what happens in the next 1.5 laps.
Schumacher trying to get to the outside of the 90. He does not want to ride second, but here comes that outside line. Max Service with the push around the outside. How about 3 wide? Service trying to take the race lead. A push from Nathan Sylvia.
We got ourselves a ball game right here, 3 wide. Now we're going to see that middle line where we haven't really seen it work that much. We're going to have to see right now if they can make it back to the white flag, if that middle line will work.
They've made it to the white. They need some help on that outside if they're going to make it work. 3 by 3. Christian Converse with the block, the push from Max Service. That's going to block the outside lane. And now Schumacher in the middle. Can the middle line get something working here?
I don't know if that move to the outside for Converse worked out. He is losing ground big time right now. The middle line is probably going to be the more ideal one, but that bottom lane,
Schumacher jumps out. They're 4 wide back there. They're going to wreck.
And there they go.
And it's going to be, bigger. The car's upside down. The 48 of Garrett Velzy upside down.
Who made it out and who's going to come out of the dust with some points? But
Joseph Causey is going to advance to the next round with the win here at Daytona as they wreck behind him. Christian Converse still wrecking. Adrian Schumacher will get a podium out of this race. Dan Park with his first top 5 this season. He'll come home in 4th. And they're still racing to the line. This is for points. They got to get here. They have to get here.
That's Schaefer. Yes, is that shit? No, that's Markle. Trying to get it back going.
Gets around Lingerfelt there. That's a playoff driver he passed. Stutzman. Thompson comes on through. Wow. Wow.
Fireworks. Fireworks, fireworks, fireworks. And the man that got out of it through is Causey.
Well, let's see what happened real quick. Here's Velzy up there and then gets flipped up and over. 3 cars barrel rolling over there. My goodness.
Zeke up. Lifted up big time. Look at all this. Look at all this mess.
And that's a playoff driver at the bottom of the playoff standings. He came in as the 12th seed, and he did not need to not even be able to cross the line. He's gonna finish towards the back of this field, and who's not is gonna be this 88 of Joseph Causey. He moves on to the round of 10.
He's fortunate to have one of the few damaged cars. Well, Miz is trying to give him a little congratulatory tap, or he's just trying to finish.
No, that was a congratulatory tap. Greg Holt gets up there, and their plan worked to perfection. But
well, absolutely.
We'll get.
I think that was going to be key for Holt. It's like if Holt could get there, it's going to be unstoppable.
We're going to get the other side of that plan, though. We're going to talk to 3rd place finisher Adrian Schumacher, part of the General Chat Alliance. Adrian, what happened there on that final lap? Hey, Adrian, this is the booth. You got a copy? All right, we'll try to get Adrian Schumacher's reaction to the finish in a moment. But we'll talk to 2nd place finisher Greg Holt while Causey continues to burn him down on the front straight. Dan Park may be getting the interview if we cannot get Adrian Schumacher, but 2nd place finisher Greg Holt. Greg, that plan looked pretty foolproof there on that final restart.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I've got nothing to gain, and Causey can win a championship. So yeah, rooting for him, man. It was a fun race.
Fair enough. Yeah, 5 wins as it is.
Yeah, you were definitely a strong pusher. I mentioned it that for Kazi's cause to get the win, or in your case, you had to probably push him as best as possible. And then you mentioned you had nothing to gain. Just tell us how good is to get a strong result out of this, considering everybody just wadded it up at the end.
It felt good. I was really disappointed with that last not the last one, but the last when we had gapped everybody, we had separated. That was the plan, was just a short pit, get the short amount of fuel, put space between us, and I didn't think, we didn't think that they'd be able to catch up. And then caution, we figured it was just going to be a small group of 6 of us that could decide the race. Didn't happen that way.
On the bright side, you definitely got that strong podium result, so I guess it all worked out for you.
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Good.
In that regard, second place finish at Daytona. Like you said, anything can happen here. But to you, what does it mean that, or is it more just getting Kazi to win more than anything?
Honestly, just here to support Kazi. If I had made the season, I might have tried to race him for it. But I'm just happy Kazi won. Give him a leg up in the championship, and we'll see. I'm happy to finish second. Sometimes the team is what it is.
Well, you're finishing second tonight, but how about a week from tonight? We're at a short track where you have, I think, 4 of your 5 wins at short tracks, and Martinsville Night. That's a good one. How are you feeling about that track?
I don't know as if I'll be pulling over for Kazi in that one if we happen to be out there.
Well, he doesn't need you to pull over now. He's into the next round.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. I'm not saying I pulled over. No, Kazi had a great race. We had a great race. I mean, it was me, Kazi, Christian, a couple other guys. Like our plan worked out. You get to the front, and hopefully we keep it clean the whole time. So it worked good.
Fair enough. Congratulations. I'm sorry, you're not third place. It says third place on there. You're the second place finisher. I'm so used to the third place interview going first. But second place finisher, Greg Holt, and pushing Joseph to the win. Congratulations on the second place finish. Best of luck to you next week at Martinsville.
Thank you.
Right on. And that was driver of the number 3, Greg Holt. Let's see if we can get a word in with Schumacher. We'll try it again, and we'll try after Joseph. Adrian, this is the Outlaws booth. You got a copy?
Yeah. You hear me now?
Yep. All right. What happened on that final lap, man?
I just looked at the replay. I guess I thought I was clear. I don't know. I misjudged that.
It happens, man. That is, it's unfortunately part of plate racing. But to you, third place, Daytona, the second highest playoff driver. I forgot, Joseph Kazi. Second highest playoff driver to finish tonight. How does that help you going on to the next round?
I mean, I think I can make it to the next round pretty easily. Just I'm more worried about probably the last 2.
Fair enough. All right, and the podium today, you were up front for the most part, the inside line, second, third, fourth, fifth car in the inside line, but sticking pretty loyal to to the general Chad and in that line. How was it for you today, kind of working with them and then steering clear of the wrecks? That 82 car looked pretty clean even up until the end.
Yeah. Basically, I just took the role of pusher. Just tried staying out of trouble. And we got up there. Great. It was great communication through general to get up there from that last caution.
Yeah, it looked like things are gonna go well. But nonetheless, the Joseph Kazi with the win. You come home third. Luis, you have any questions for Adrian Schumacher?
Just the game plan going into the next round in Martinsville, considering it's a short track, and you put yourself in a pretty comfortable position right now. But what will be important to get out of there to assure yourself you're safe in the next round?
Just, I think my main goal Has to be podiums going into these rounds. If I can get the win, I'll go for it. But main goal is just podiums until we get to Daytona road course. And yeah, after that, just podiums until Kansas.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations on the third place finish, and we'll leave you to it.
Thanks.
That was Adrian Schumacher, and now we do have to talk to the man of the hour. We just talked to this man a few laps ago, but top step of the podium, Joseph.
Heck yeah.
Plan worked out pretty well, huh?
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Oh my goodness. What was your reaction coming through turns 3 and 4 and seeing that, cars upside down in your mirror?
And I'd seen the wreck happen. I was already like, yes, yes. I got out scotch-free. Oh.
You were definitely fortunate in that part.
Definitely was.
Yeah, how was getting that momentum, getting from Holt to push you at the very end, knowing that you're in the spot in the playoffs and he wasn't?
Yeah, all I needed to worry about was Ford, and Holt saying, I've got you, just look forward. So that's what I did.
Certainly, you made it to the other side.
Exactly. It's what needed to happen. And now I can get myself onto the next part of the playoffs.
Right on. Yeah, so are you going to be just, trying things out at Martinsville and Atlanta? Are you, going for wins or more bonus points? What's the game plans the next 2 weeks?
I'm going to still try. I mean, you definitely want to get the bonus points and, keep going forward as we're going through the rest of the season. But, all I can do is try to win and hopefully not be wrecked out.
If I remember the second round correctly, it is Talladega, Dover, and Daytona road course. How are you feeling about that?
Feeling pretty good. Think we'll get somewhere. I'll be probably decent at Daytona road course, and Dover I'm not decent there, so I'm not looking forward to that one.
Oh no. Right on. Well, the win here at Daytona. What was the teamwork like? It looked, pretty well, at the end, but throughout the race, you chilling at the back with, Converse and Holt. What was your go lap, or was it, when you had the chance to pull off that strategy, or?
We were trying to stay back there as much as possible. Then we came up through the field at one part of the mid race, and then I don't know what happened with the 7, and I don't know who else made contact down at the bottom. The 20, I'm guessing, made contact, and they got loose down there. I thought I almost had it cleared, and then I got clipped, and next thing I know, I was upside down or something.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I was about to ask you what else you saw from that wreck, because I talked to Devin in the middle of the race. I thought he was actually going to restart, third or up front, but he had missed his pit box.
Yeah.
And then he had said that you and Holt were talking about it, but just a little bit more you went pretty much in detail, but that's what was going through your mind at that point. You used your faster pair, and you was pretty much set.
We were just concocting that plan that we were going to come in. When you saw us come in early like we did, we were like, okay, get the gas, we'll go back out. If there ain't, there wasn't going to be a caution, we would have been, we were pushing. We were going to go. It was go time from there.
Fair enough. Well, mission accomplished. 88 comes out on top with Holt and Converse, I think, up in defense. But
Holt was behind me. He got in there.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Holt, Converse was, up in the catchments, catching some air back there.
Yeah,
but,
he was.
With a crucial block in that outside lane, I think, more than anything. But nonetheless, congratulations on the win, and yeah, best luck to you the rest of the round, this round, and I guess more importantly, the second round as you vie for a championship.
Exactly. Appreciate it, Emerson.
Rock on. Driver of the number 88, Joseph Causey, race winner, and again, what a run. Yeah, I've seen teamwork and I've seen alliances, but not to that extent. You know, they're gonna block lanes for a driver. I think that is insane.
Yeah, it's just part of the super speedway racing where you got to be very, very aggressive at the very end. This was no exception.
Well, let's see how the rest of the field was classified, because there was no caution at the end. The field had to cross the line to be classified. So let's go ahead and take a look at the race results. And there it is. Joseph Kazi on the top step of the podium, top of the results page there. Greg Holt second. Adrian Schumacher third. Daniel Park comes home with a nice top 5 finish. And fourth, Joshua McClune. He just seems that he cannot get away from the front at these Daytona Oval races. He won the Outlaws clash. He finished second at race 9. He's up in the top 5 here at race 27. On back, Burger Nation Seth Berger, after starting from the pole, he will start 6th. One worse than our other Daytona pole sitter, Andrew St. Coeur, from round 9. St. Coeur finished 5th in that race. Max Service comes home 7th. Doug Solms 8th. Matthew Setzer 9th. Jason Miz in 10th. It'll be Reese Schaefer 11th. Eric Peck 12th. Andrew Pratt 13th. And Nathan Sylvia 14th. Louis, take us through the final 14.
But Smith comes to the line 15th. You got Christian Converse, who just had a strong car towards the second half, but just got wadded up at the very end. Andrew St. Coeur 17th. Malico 18th. Kyle Lingerfeld 19th. Jeremiah Stutzman 20th. And then in the bottom, Adam Gardner, Evan Thompson, Tyler Markle, another competitor that had a strong run until that pit road ordeal happened. Elam as well, tremendous pusher, but just got collecting that big wreck with Malico in turn 3. Garrett Belsey, 25th. Jacob Zala, 26th. Atlantic Cardulo, 27th. Another tough break for him. And Cody Vreeland rounds out the field. He make it past the green flag.
Yeah, tough start for Cody Vreeland, making his first start of the Outlaw Sim Series, and it looks like it was a starting park, maybe an unintentional starting park. But nonetheless, he'll be credited with 28th place points. He did not take the green. He finished 91 laps down in a 90-lap race. That is wild in itself. But once again, going to shout out our charity tonight, and it is the Ronald McDonald House of Charities. And the mission of the Ronald McDonald House is to create, find, and support programs that directly improve the health and well-being of children. Guiding them in their mission is their core values. Their core values are to lead with compassion and focus on critical needs of children, celebrate the diversity of their people and their programs, value the heritage, operate with accountability and transparency. And the Ronald McDonald House of Charities is a catalyst to create a world where children have access to quality health care and their families are able to better comfort and support them while actively participating in their care. And again, you can donate to the Ronald McDonald House of Charities by going to the specific website for the charity in your area. If you wish to donate to your area, you can donate, wherever you please. But there should also be a donation button on the posts about today's race on our Facebook page, which the link flashed up on the screen a few moments ago. You can go there, and the post about today's race will have a donation button attached to that post, and you can donate straight between you, Facebook, and the charity. Tonight's cameras were brought to you by Whiplash Media. Whiplash Media is the Pitstop TV parent organization, which specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing camera packs, and more. Whiplash Media is also working on its presence in real racing, offering services such as photography, social media management, and public relations. Make sure you go to www.whiplash-media.com for more. Well, Luis, final thoughts on the show we saw tonight here at Daytona?
I thought it was planned out quite well. You saw your drama, you saw your intensity. For a moment, it looked like we were going to see green flag stops, but just typical super speedway racing towards the end where anything goes. But for one man, he's already a step closer to that championship round with a big victory. And he got a lot of help on that one, so no doubt, big win.
That is for sure. Again, a huge congratulations to that team, that whole group of friends working together. Mission accomplished. Huge congratulations to Joseph Kazi. He wins tonight at the virtual Daytona International Speedway, and he did it in stunning fashion as the field was crashing and flipping behind him. He fends off teammate Greg Holt to the line, and there's cars up in the catchments behind. Joseph Kazi with the win here at Daytona. Make sure you tune in next Wednesday, March 17th for the second race of the Outlaw Sim Series playoffs at Martinsville Night. This has been Luis Torres and Emerson Arnold on the call tonight. Stay safe, stay warm, have a great night. We'll see you next time.